A grim and perilous world. A dark and stormy night. Strangers must find a forgotten treasure. Or die trying.
You're live.
Greetings, people of Earth. My name is Rob Wheeland. I am an author, game designer, and professional nerd. And tonight, I am the host of Theater of the Mind Players, your friendly local live streaming group. We are coming to you from the wilds of cyberspace tonight because we are all practicing our social distancing to help fight the COVID-19 pandemic. This is our first live experience online in front of an audience. So it's going to be interesting because hopefully it works and we're able to pull it all together and play. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. I think that we've got a lot of interesting things that are going to happen here tonight, and we hope that you enjoy watching us play our game. And the game tonight is
ZWEIHÄNDER.
ZWEIHÄNDER. ZWEIHÄNDER is from Grim and Perilous, the Grim and Perilous RPG, which you probably already have figured out because chances are you are watching us on their Twitch channel. They have been gracious enough to let us come on board their channel because they want us to show people what it's like to play ZWEIHÄNDER for the first time. We've not played this game yet. We made characters, then a pandemic happened, and now we're here to play ZWEIHÄNDER. And we're going to do our best to not only show off the highlights of the system, but to also explain the way that things work. Because there are two reasons that I chose ZWEIHÄNDER as a part of our show. For those of you who aren't familiar with Theater of the Mind Players, we play short seasons and one-shots of a variety of different RPGs because there are a lot of great RPGs that are out there. I chose ZWEIHÄNDER for two reasons. One, it's a slightly more complex system than what we normally play here on Theater of the Mind Players. But I think it's important to play a wide variety of systems to broaden an RPG education. because the more systems you play, the more bits and pieces you're going to take and bring back to whatever your favorite game is. It's good to kind of we're pushing our boundaries a little bit because we lean more towards stuff on the story game end of things like Powered by the Apocalypse and things like that. So it's good to kind of work out in a couple of ways that are a little different. The other reason is related to that as well. I've been using the phrase "embrace the chaos" with our crew here because ZWEIHÄNDER is a game about chaotic things happening, and the first part of those chaotic things happening is when you make your character. A lot of games have a sort of design element to that where you sit down and you think about your character, and then you get out the books, you make that character that you designed, and you go. And ZWEIHÄNDER comes from an older school of game where instead of building and envisioning a character, you're kind of given various pieces to put together into a character. So most of the players that we play here primarily play those types of games. So I thought it would be an interesting way to help people kind of step out of their usual choices of character, because a lot of people do tend to play the same characters, and that's fine. It's your power fantasy. You don't have to.
Tawny.
Sarah, you do the same thing too. Don't even get started, Sarah.
No. I do too. Yep.
So this way,
calling the kettle black.
People start to step out of their comfort zone, especially for a one-shot where everybody's going to drive their character like they stole it. I thought that embracing the chaos and rolling up characters would be a fun thing to do to get people to think away from their usual character types. If you're interested in listening to That Happened to Everybody, we do record our session zeros, and that one is available on our podcast. Normally, session zeros are a Patreon exclusive, but thanks to the generous support of Dan Fox and Adam Rose and ZWEIHÄNDER, we put that out to the public so you can listen to us roll the dice and go, I'm a what now? Oh, God, okay. Speaking of which, let's get into characters briefly. I'm going to introduce each of our players, and they're going to tell you about their character in a very brief manner. I want you to talk about what your character's who you are, what your character's ancestry is, and what their profession currently is. And I always throw in a curveball here. The adventure today is going to start at a bar called Zudha's Place. And I want you to tell me your character's name, their ancestry, what their profession is, and why you are a regular at this bar. It is
you don't want us to read our Mad Libs?
Oh, you can do that. Actually, why don't we just do that?
You got these pretty folios, know?
With Mad Libs.
And a death certificate if you do die.
Yeah. I'm super excited to die and fill this out.
Probably.
Really, we should have taken odds. Like, okay, who's gonna take the wheel of death first?
Oh no, I got 5 on me.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be Ethan. He likes to take risks.
Who is not wearing armor and is only wearing clothing? So my top view. Okay.
Alright, so I'm going to point at random people and have
we won't know who that is.
Lib. Like, you don't have to go through the page of the Mad Lib. I would say go to the basically like the first line. I think is fine.
Okay.
So let's start with Kabuki Sarah.
Oh, right. My character is Laura Dannon. She is a middle-aged elf female watchman. She has dark brown skin with honey brown hair and violet eyes. Laura Dannon has webbed hands and feet and pox scars all over her body.
All right. That sounds great. And why are you a regular at Zuta's place? Zuta's place. Sorry.
This is where all the soldiers go.
Okay.
It's the closest to the precinct, or whatever it's called in these days.
Okay. Probably fort.
The Watchtower.
Okay. Let's go to Tawny.
All right, I am playing Brillig. She is an elderly orc female trapper. She's 6'2" and 283 pounds of a corpulent build. She has dark brown hair, dark brown skin, straw yellow hair, and crystal blue eyes. Brillig has burn scars on her face and arms. She's incredibly beautiful, and she has a large red birthmark on her arms. And so Brillig is a trapper, and she spent most of her life alone, so I think she's in the bar because it's like one of the only places she can get news and whatnot. So she's just she's checking in, seeing what's up.
Okay. Let's go to Tony.
Okay, I am playing Reginald Fairfield. He is a middle-aged...
I hate him already. That's great.
Can I roll to punch him?
He is a middle-aged human male informer. He is 5'5", 115 pounds, frail. He's tan with dark brown hair, pale green eyes, and he's got yellowed fingernails and toenails, and a long mustache. Was there anything else I needed to read about this miserable human being?
So why does a classy individual like you hang out at a place like Zuta's?
I think that he is down on his luck, and I think that he finds solace in drink.
Right. Let's go to Ethan.
Kargan Gomant is a young dwarf male preacher. He is 4'7", 138 pounds, and is of a normal build. Kargan has ebony skin with jet black hair, gray eyes, and no distinguishing marks. He's normal and preaching.
And what brings him to Zuta's place?
Where else can I get a large group of people that I can yell at about the God Emperor where I don't have to organize it?
Ooh, good call,
All right, that's fair
Ethan.
enough. And last but certainly not least, the lovely and talented Jordan.
Hello, my character's name is Azu. She's a young orc female highwayman. She is 5'8", corpulent, 247 pounds in this universe. Seems pretty decent to me, but that's big for an orc, apparently. Azu has dark ebony skin with golden brown hair and amber eyes. She is here because that's where all of the soldiers' purses are.
Didn't you forget to tell us that you have a wooden foot?
No, I don't have any distinguishing marks.
Yes, but you do have a wooden foot.
Oh, your drawback's at the bottom.
Right. That's right. I do have a wooden foot.
Oh.
It's my veteran's boot drawback that I completely forgot about.
Laura Dannon is also a dunderhead.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
So all of these traits were randomly created by the character creation process, and I think we're going to see some interesting stuff.
We made no choices.
Right.
I should have brought like 2 wooden blocks for whenever I'm walking.
And just Monty Python your way through the game. Fair enough.
Yeah. Use your imaginations, people. I believe in you.
All right. Well, this is a game of imagination. All right. We begin. as you might expect, with the title of Dark and Stormy, on a rain-soaked night at Zuda's place. Now, Zuda's place is... I keep calling her Zuda. Zuda's place is located not necessarily within the confines of civilization. There is... it's in a part of the world near a place called Mount Volkmir. And for those of you who are fans of fantasy literature, Volkmir is the place where is a dark, foreboding place where a mad wizard reigns, and there rumors spill out of it from time to time about there being treasures inside and mythical devices. This world is not the type of place where you want to go adventuring, but sometimes adventuring kind of happens to you. And the thing about Volkmir is that there are rumors that the mad overlord Trastigus has finally met his match. So there's been something of a tourist season here around the mountain, which has put Zudha in a foul mood. She is a gnome with thinning, yellowish white hair that she's got pulled back into a ponytail as she makes her way around the tables of this rough, ancient bar. The rumors are that Zudha didn't actually build or buy this place. It was abandoned, and she just kind of moved in and really only spent any time and money on the new sign that hangs above the tavern door. There's a main common room on the bottom, on the main floor, and then a creaky, nasty staircase along the back wall that leads up to what she calls the noble rooms, which are really the rooms that she sells for a silver shilling a night. Tonight, sheets of rain are pouring down, and Zudha is running around the building from spot to spot where she's got whatever containers she can find to catch raindrops and to keep them out of off the floor. So she's got mugs, she's got pots, she's got pans, she's got a flipped over rusty old soldier's helmet, and as far as you can tell, the five of you are the only people who came out tonight to enjoy a drink or whatever it is that you do here. So, in the background, imagine a light staccato of taps, clanks, blocks as rain seeps in through the roof of this bar, and you occasionally there's the rumble of thunder that kind of rattles things. So what do you do?
So Brillig is definitely in a corner by herself. She doesn't really like to get too close to people. So I'm trying to keep to myself, and I'm probably sipping a warm beverage, if such things are served here.
Well, the good news is that the cold beverages are not, but the warm beverages are also not. Everything is kind of the same crappy temperature. Yeah.
Perfect.
Room, yes. They have one temperature, and it is room.
God.
Now I know that we had discussed this a little bit in the in the session 0, but I want to make it explicit here. Did you decide whether or not you and Jordan are actually related?
Yeah, so Azu is my idiot daughter. Yes.
It's almost close to real life, except we're the same age.
Yeah, so I think though, like if we're somewhere together, I kind of just we still kind of do our own things.
Yeah, I don't want to sit by my mom and have
Yeah.
her cramp my
Well, has it been a
child.
while since you've seen...
Oh, that's true. You do go out and trap things, and I do go out and steal things. So
That's true. So maybe it's been a minute.
You
We,
just dropped her
like,
off
mad
in
at
the
each
city and be
other.
like,
Yeah.
Zod, you really need to get your dogs a hold of. They're frightening me when they do a bark like that.
So, Zeta, I think, turns and looks at you and says, "You want to deal with dogs? You get rid of them yourself."
Ah. Well, like,
Uh,
how do you mean get rid of them?
dog meat's good.
What?
Get rid of dog?
I mean, it'll do in a pinch, but
I'm an elf. I don't eat meat.
well, you could probably try. We could see how that works for you.
Did they have dog vegetables? Are
I can
dogs
make you dog
vegetables?
vegetables.
well, orcs are fungus, right?
This is so.
Are they a vegetable?
No. Would you like to find out? No, actually, no. Don't come near me. Don't.
Oh, well, I was just going to lick. I wasn't going to bite.
No.
I was just going to lick.
No.
Okay,
No.
all right.
You may lick my idiot daughter if she consents.
No.
Oh,
No.
oh. Sorry. I mean,
no sooner does Tawny say, "You can lick my idiot daughter," then
Yeah.
the door to the to Zeta's place swings open, and in walks a man, a human. This is very unusual because the only human that I think patronizes this bar is Tony's character,
Reginald.
and that's because he has no other choice, really.
Yeah. Rocking
Um,
those yellowed fingernails, yo.
Right. He's the man who walks in is tall. He's got his hood up to keep the rain off. And as he walks in, you can feel that he is definitely like looking at each of you a little bit like, okay, can I take them? Can I take them? Can I take them? And
I'm smiling
after a-
just like this.
I think there is that tense moment that happens when someone who is not a regular at the bar walks into the bar and everybody is like, huh? And then the cloaked individual goes and sits in the table next to the table in the corner where Tawny's character is located.
Oh.
Hello,
I
human
stomp
friend.
over to my
Well,
mom's table, and I sit next to her.
Thank you.
Plomp, plomp.
Jordan, I would like for you to give me
A roll?
a roll. Let's get this party started here.
like a drum
and-
roll?
No, like you're gonna roll some dice. So I want you to roll your perception, or specifically awareness, if you have it as a skill.
Okay. If he's trying to guile me, I'm too dumb to be guiled, Rob. Just so
No,
you're
he's
aware.
not. He's not trying to guile you. Actually, why doesn't we have everybody make this roll?
All right.
So, the main system of Zweihander is a percentile system where you have you roll 2d10 and you're trying to roll underneath your primary attribute. If you have the related skill for every level you have in that related skill, in this case, it would be awareness. You get to add 10 to the number that you're trying to roll underneath.
Hell yeah!
But if you ain't got no awareness, then you just try to roll under what your perception is.
Correct.
Unfortunately, I rolled 69, which is
Nice.
pretty dope, but doesn't
Yeah.
do it here.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm having some technical difficulties. What am I rolling? Obviously 2d10, and then I'm
Awareness.
adding what to it?
Awareness.
No ads.
Okay.
No ads. You're seeing if it's below your
You're trying to roll underneath your perception.
I rolled a 93.
Well,
Did
if
you-
you have
did
a
you get it?
90... No.
So did anyone
Yes, I
get it?
know.
Because I also failed.
I did.
I
I
rolled
got
a
it.
78. So,
Oh!
Actually close, because my perception is 50.
Girl, I rolled a 35.
All right,
Oh.
everybody who succeeded, give me a thumbs up. That's it. Okay.
I win!
So, Sarah,
Yeah,
what is your character's profession again?
I'm a watchman.
Who watches
who
the
watches the Watchmen? Fuck you.
That's appropriate.
All
The
right.
Watchman has the awareness to.
You notice that this guy has a scabbard at his side for a longsword,
Okay.
and it is empty,
Oh.
He does stab someone.
which does not bode for someone traveling apparently alone out here at night.
Hello, new friend. I see you, you have a scabbard, but no sword. That is dangerous for this time of day. And traveling alone.
Night.
Night. Alone. Did you lose your sword?
What lord do you serve, Watchman?
What lord do I serve?
Do you even serve a lord? I don't know. You tell me.
I'm in
Maybe
between.
you just watch a lot.
I'm in between lords right now.
Okay, do you tell him that, or do you tell him...
Yeah, I tell him
your
that.
pre-
Yeah, I'd straight up. I'm like, I'm in between lords right now. I was dismissed from my last position. I wanted to
Why?
pursue other options.
The God Emperor is always a good option.
Oh boy.
I do kind of feel like... Are you the norm? Is that what we're finding out about this places? They're like, oh god, he's gonna start talking about the God Emperor again. This guy. You are a speaker of the God Emperor, says the man.
Well, yeah, I can speak about anything if you can buy me a drink.
He fumbles under his cloak and slams a silver shilling down on the table. And as he pulls his hand back, you see that it leaves bloody, streaky fingerprints as he tucks the hand back under his cloak. Get that man a drink. And he tells you, get that man a drink, Watchman.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the coin, throw it behind the bar, and be like, "That's a donation for the bar, but can I have my drink?"
I'll get him a drink.
What does he drink?
I don't know, whatever dwarven ale.
Okay.
Fire water.
Okay. You go to Zeta, and she puts together his usual and gives it to you to give to him.
Here you go, friend.
Are any of you a tracker or Forester.
Oh,
I need
I
to
mean,
hire-
hello.
I am neither of those things.
I'm a trapper. I make my living trapping, if you will.
And keeping.
She also
Keeping.
might be a vegetable.
No.
He looks around and looks at Fairfield.
Why you eyeing my lemon drink?
He pulls his hand out again and slams a leather scroll case on the table. I need someone to take me to, and he slides off of the chair and hits the ground.
Oh, I'm not going near him. What if he's ill?
I'll
Oh.
check him.
I will check him for valuables.
I will check
him
to see
for
if he's
life.
alive.
Yeah.
The Fairfield, you and the elf go to talk to or check to see if he's alive, and when he's lying on the ground, you see that the reason his arm is so bloody is because he was literally holding his intestines in as he walked into the place. Someone had cut him sharply.
Brillig is staying as far away as possible.
Azu?
Mhm.
The most valuable thing on this guy right now is probably his cloak.
Which is covered
Because-
in blood.
Well, it will be unless you try to get it off of him very quickly.
I will do that.
Is anybody else stopping Azu from stripping the traveler's cloak off of him?
I'm busy trying to help, and by help I mean shove his intestines back in.
I'm going to lend encouragement to be like, yes, I believe those are supposed to be on the inside.
In case you were wondering, I thought you should know. Is anyone else
We
doing
must-
anything?
Keep him dry. And I
Didn't
take
he-
his cloak off.
Did I mishear? Or did he put something on the table?
He did.
I will investigate that.
Inside it's a small leather case, and you pop open the end of it, and you pull out a scroll. And unrolling the scroll, you see a map. At the and the map is of the mostly local region. Like like you could point to you are here on it, but more importantly, what you see is a castle marked on the map called Castle Formigian. Now, what is it that you do again, Reginald? I'm sorry.
I'm an informer,
Oh, okay.
like the rapper Snow.
Who here? Who here? Is anybody here highborn?
I'm middle.
I'm a burger.
Yeah, I'm a burger as well.
Low burn.
I'm a
Yeah,
low
I'm
burn-
poor
born.
as shit.
Okay, who's a burger? Thumbs up. All right. Are you sharing this information with everybody, Tony, about the map? Like, because everybody can see you look at the map, so it's not like you're going to be like, I don't know what this is, and crumple it up and put it in your pocket. But
No, yeah, I'll probably show the map, but I probably will play the castle bit close to my chest. If they see it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, look at that. But otherwise, I'm just be like, I'm not going to draw attention to it.
okay. As far as you know, Tony, you are not aware of any castles in the area because the Overlord Trastigus has ruled for so long. Any castles near the mountain have long since been either destroyed or otherwise overtaken. So if there is a castle around here, it is probably abandoned and full of loot.
Am I able to tell that it's a map that he's looking at?
Give me a awareness check.
Oh boy. I'm gonna swap dice because those ones failed me last time.
That's
Awareness. So perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, that'll do it. 27.
Okay. Yes, you are aware that it is a map, and from what you can tell, it from the way that you can tell from the paper, it looks like it's a particularly old one.
Okay. Can I kind of edge around and see if it's an area I recognize as a local trapper?
Yeah. You figure that if you wanted to get to the castle that's marked on this map, it would be about a 3-day ride.
Okay. Staying as socially distant from everyone as possible, I look at the map and then I edge away and then tell everyone, well, I can see based on that map over there, I mean, whatever this castle is would be just a few days ride. 3-ish,
Castle?
maybe, give or take.
Castle?
Oh,
The castle?
there's a castle on the map, yes.
Oh wow, look at that.
You didn't know it's rather large. It's not particularly hidden. I don't recall hearing of any castles around here, but nonetheless, the map shows quite clearly that it does in fact look like.
Well, it shows a picture of a castle, but is it actually a castle?
If it's a castle, there might be a lord. And if there's a lord, they might need another watchman. Let's go.
That's a really odd logic, but I mean, if you're interested in going, I suppose. Who's to stop you?
I am, says Zudha.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Where are you going? What are you doing without cutting me in on this?
well,
I wasn't aware. Would you like me to cut you?
No, cut me in. You think you're going to ride for 3 days? You think you're going to ride to this castle and not have supplies or horses or things like that? Good luck.
Which is why we're getting them from you, right, Sutta?
Yes,
Of
In ex-
course. Of
in-
course we are.
but I want my cut of whatever is inside this thing.
We can do that for you, Zutta. You're the best bartender ever.
Well, is she though?
She's
of
the
course
best
you are, of
bartender
course.
ever.
Right.
She only sweetened my drink once tonight.
It's good night for you.
Zutta, how about this? We find one very large thing for you at the castle, and we give that to you for your cut. The
You
biggest
need-
I
thing
want
that we can
I want
find.
50% of whatever it is you find.
Oh,
The
Zutta.
biggest thing that we find at the castle, and I'm trying to charm Zutta.
50% of the fountain out front. Got it.
Okay,
I will give
How
you
much-
100% of my cut
how
as
much?
long as I get free drinks forever.
I'm
Okay,
silver
okay.
tongued, guys. I'm trying
So-
to convince her to just take the biggest thing that we find.
What does Silver Tongue do for you?
I have a plus 20 to charm somebody of a different social class.
Okay. And you're lowborn, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
She owns the bar. She's not lowboard.
But did she buy it?
Or did you steal it?
Good question. I think I got to roll something really quick to see what social class she is. So
Uh-oh.
give me a
God
second.
damn it.
I mean, Zutta, if the priest over there is willing to give you his share, that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
fifth.
5%.
That's a fifth. That's a fifth of it. Yeah, that's 5%.
5%. It's
That's
definitely
5%.
5%. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That's how maths.
Because that would be his share.
And that's how grammars.
Yes.
Dunderhead.
Colloquialism, thank you. I don't remember if I'm particularly smart. I should look that up. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm pretty good. So
I was going to say, I feel like Sarah is playing a very specific type of.
Yeah, I'm dumb and confident, so.
I'm actually not all
Go with
that
that.
dumb, but
Yeah, what are you in the game though,
I'm
Ethan?
dumb and kind of
Oh, yeah,
educated. It's weird. I have a weird dumbness.
I
so
just
I'm
rolled
gonna figure that
everything
out.
really well. So
So you're lowborn, Azu?
Yes.
So
Yes.
is Zutta. So your charm isn't going to work on her.
Dang
because
it.
she's a thing.
Well, the talent isn't going to work on her,
Right.
but hopefully I will roll very well.
So, well, here's the thing. What do you want to try to get her? You're trying to get her to accept the biggest thing.
So either the biggest thing or the conversation that happened while you were
Rules
figuring
check.
out what she is, which is 5%.
which is bad. 5%
But-
is Laura Dan in math, so it may not be good.
Yeah,
oh, it's not
'cause-
good, which is why we're
It's
going to
not
go
good.
with it.
No.
So
but
if
she
if
can
you-
take either the biggest thing or 5%, which is the dwarf's cut. The dwarf said you could have his 5%.
all right. So I think that's going to make this roll more difficult. I'm going to say that's going to take 20% off of the your number there to get Zutta down to 5%.
Okay. Where these better roll good. I'm trying to get under a 33
Oh,
you
boy.
can do it.
because I had the charm skill.
I believe in you.
I rolled a 3! 3%! I rolled 3%!
Yes!
All right.
Lucky 3s! 0, 0, and 3.
Get it?
Hell yeah! I knew you could do it, Jordan.
Does that mean I super won that roll?
Yes.
No.
She'll pay
Critical-
us to go?
Critical successes are when and failures are when you roll doubles, and if it's under, it's a critical success. If it's over, it's a critical fail.
Good to remember that one. What if I rolled 33%, which was right on the money for the percent?
That would have been a critical success because it was still technically part of the thing.
That would have been cooler. That would have been cooler, but I'm still excited at my 3 roll. Big thing?
You bring me the throne.
The throne.
That's a
Well,
big thing.
Yeah.
I feel like you're going to have to provide us with like a cart of some sort. This is
There's the other
Of
bit of
course.
spit that didn't go in my drink.
Of course, Badu said that she would give us rides, and
Yes, you can
For the
take my wagon as long as you bring back my throne.
throne.
Of course,
Yes,
we bring you
right.
back the throne.
So we cut to the next morning
say that I had to
as
be on the throne.
the five of you are packing up the beat up wagon and the beat up horses that Zutta has provided you for this journey. It's going to be a 3-day ride on horseback, or on with the wagon, and Zutta is providing you with about a week's worth of supplies.
Oh, she's so nice.
Not bad, not bad.
Well,
so
you know,
3 days there, 3 days back. One
One
day.
day to really loot it.
So just real quick, Jordan, you're a zoo, correct?
Mhm.
Tony,
Ozzy,
you're Benedict McSlappyface.
Reginald
Reginald Fairfield.
Oh,
Red
you are
White.
you were so
Okay.
close. I'm like,
Yeah.
Two of those.
You almost nailed it.
Sarah, I did not catch your character's name though.
Laura Dannon.
Laura
Dannon.
Laura Dannon. Okay.
hmm And then what was yours, Tawny?
Brillig.
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 Ethan.
Kargan.
Kargan?
Kargan. I got it off a dwarf randomizer name because everything
All
is
right.
random.
Good deal.
That's smart.
Okay, and I'm Laura Dannon. Okay,
Right.
gotcha.
So, where is everybody on? Like, there are 2 seats up front, and there's room for the rest of you in the back. So, who is driving? Who is riding blunderbuss? And who is in the back?
Does anybody have pilot skills
Or drive.
or drive? Is drive is actually
There's a ride,
Drive is under
Ride.
brawn. I have ride, but I don't have drive.
and there is a drive.
I think I'm in back.
I am willing to take a chance at driving.
I'm willing to sit up front.
I should probably sit up front because I track goodly.
Yeah, I only have a 39%
grammar again?
in brawn, so I might
I'm an
not
orc.
want to.
Come on.
I'll drive. I mean, I'll
All right,
try.
Okay, so Laura Dannon is driving,
Yeah.
and who is sitting next to her?
I'm trackering next to her.
You're trackering. Okay, so and then the 3 of you are
Chilling and grilling.
Yes.
I'm watching out for highway people because I'm a highway person.
you pack the wagon and head out into the wilderness, and as you do, Zudha comes out and waves and says, "I hope you don't die."
Bye, Zata. I hope you do not
Have you
die
heard
No
either.
promises.
Everyone's storming the castle.
Oh.
Um,
Think they'll make it?
and
It would
as
take a miracle.
as the wagon rattles off onto the packed dirt road towards Castle Formigian, we pan across and we see the shadow of 3 riders watching our newfound party travel off towards the mysterious castle.
Ruh-roh.
And that is our where we will end our first of 3 acts here tonight on Dark and Stormy. We'll be back in 10 minutes to continue the adventures of ZWEIHÄNDER. So please join us then, won't you? And welcome back to the second act of our ZWEIHÄNDER RPG here on the ZWEIHÄNDER Twitch channel. We're calling it Dark and Stormy. We are Theater of the Mind players. I keep forgetting that we're guests tonight, so I want to make sure that everybody knows about our other stuff. But thank you for coming out and joining us for our first remote game. And when we last left our heroes, well, we'll put that in quotes. We last left our protagonists. They had just loaded up the wagon to head off on a quest to find the lost Castle Formigian. Now, the good news is, everyone, is that there is actually a set of rules for wilderness travel that we're going to be using to kind of do the montage of us of you making your way through the wilderness to see how these things go. So the way that the system works is you divide a long trip into stretches that sort of are both the length of the trip and how dangerous it is, and during the process, the people on the trip are going to make rolls to see how well they travel. If they are successful, you'll arrive at the destination, relatively fresh-eyed and daisy. If you don't do well on the rolls, you're going to be shagged out and have the ZWEIHÄNDER equivalent of jet lag.
Medieval
when you
jet
finally
lag.
arrive. Right. When you finally arrive at the castle.
Wagon lag?
Lagging?
Wagon lag.
Lagging.
Yeah, well,
I think I
We'll fix
saw
it.
that at IKEA.
Because it's a 3-day trip, that means that there are 3 short stretches. God dang it. Tawny, your character has mapped out a route that is going to take you past sort of 3 waypoints. The first is you're going to go along the Gierzan River, and that's going to be slightly challenging terrain because of the heavy rains that have been going on the past couple of days. So the banks are going to be muddy, but it's still probably the fastest way to stay on a trail that is already created. Yes, Sarah?
Do you want me to make ride or driving rolls?
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
The second part of the trip is going around the red sap forest. You don't want to go through, like, you yourself could probably go through the forest, but because you've
Not
got
with
this
all of
big
these
old
chuckleheads.
and the rest of these yahoos, you're going to have to kind of go around the edge of it. And then you're finally going to...
Your daughter.
You're finally going to the third waypoint is making your way through the Tumble Down Pass, because judging by where the castle is located in the map, it's actually probably on a cliffside, because that's where you tend to put castles so they can look down at stuff. So those are the 3 different areas that you're going to have to traverse. Now, going through the travel element, you are going to have to define roles. And basically, you're going to put one person in charge of each of these things. One person needs to be the guide, which means that they're going to be the ones who sort of leading the trail, going here, going there, going up, going down. One person needs to be the survivalist, and they're sort of in charge of the camp and making sure that all the provisions are okay, and that you're setting up in a spot that isn't going to be attacked by wild animals, things like that. And one person is going to need to be the scout, and that person is going to ride ahead and make sure that if there's any danger, that they can come back and say, "Don't go that way. There are a bunch of zombie dragons over there. Don't do that.
Never go that way.
It'll be a lot."
She would have gone that way. She would have
So-
gone straight to the castle.
If you are the guide, you're going to be making a navigation roll. If you are the survivalist, you're going to be making a survival roll. And if you're going to be the scout, you're going to need to make a stealth roll.
So I should point out I have extra skill ranks in both survival and navigation. So if anyone has either of those, I can step over to the other.
I have none of those.
I have none of those.
None.
I have stealth.
But I do have a decent perception.
Okay, do you want to take the survival roll then, and I'll take the navigation roll?
Sure. And then Tony's got the stealth?
Stealth.
Sure. Yeah, let's do
For
that.
the scouting.
Survival.
And
I'll watch the cart.
I
Ooh,
do want to
good
point
job.
out I have
Well, important job.
azimuth talent. I guess that's only when I can see the stars, but the entire point is for navigation, so I don't know if that's...
Read what the talent does.
So, azimuth, you never get lost under a starry sky. When you can see the stars, you gain a plus 20 base chance to navigation tests. In addition, you always know true north above ground, even during inclement weather.
Oh,
So, yeah, you're probably going to want to be the guide then.
Yeah.
I also have night eyes, so I can see completely in the dark above ground as if it were full daylight, provided there is starlight or moonlight in the sky.
Okay.
So, does that help for the survival roll?
No.
No.
I have danger sense.
Okay. So, the guide needs to roll first.
Okay. So just to check that I'm doing this correctly then, so I've got a 47 in intelligence with a skilled rank of 1 in navigation, so that pulls me up to a 57, and then can I use my azimuth here?
Yes.
Okay, that puts it up to 77 then.
Okay. That's very good. But because it is challenging terrain, that's going to take 10% off and bring it down to a 67.
Okay. I have rolled a 44.
Oh, that is a critical
success!
Go team! Yay, purple dice.
You rolled a critical success. You rolled
Purple
a
dice for the
critical
win.
success. Critical success. Da, 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 da. The critical success gonna keep dancing and being entertained.
So,
yeah.
what that means is
Soundtrack.
After everybody has made their party rolls, you have to make what's called a toughness. You have to make a toughness test, when you make the test, basically you decide. That's how beat up you get by traveling. If you make the test, you're fine. If you fail the test, you have to you take some peril damage because you're rattled around all day and shaken up and that sort of thing. But because you have such a fantastic guide with you, you are able to suss out the best the best possible route during this stretch. And normally that challenging modifier of the negative 10% would apply to the toughness tests as well. But because you rolled a critical success, you step that down by 1. So for this stretch, you don't have to worry about making that because you have found the least bumpy ride that you could possibly have found in this process.
Like butter.
Oh, there's a paved road.
So, Tawny,
here.
if you want to, well, yeah, Tawny, why don't you tell us what you did? Since I know you guys like this thing, you're these weird nerds that like this thing called the outdoors. Why don't you tell us how your character is awesome and what you did to make this the Jordan is so mad. What you did to make this a smooth ride for the first day.
So I think Brillig took the map that was left by our dear departed gutless friend and cross-referenced it with some of her own personal maps that she keeps around because she's from the area, and just really cross-referenced to try and find exactly which routes were going to take us through the right areas. And I think she made sure we got on the road right at dawn, just as she could still see some of the stars to guide our way as we started our journey throughout the day. And I think she did a very good job of making sure that we would end up at a very good campsite with a reasonable amount of time at the end of the day in which to make camp before it got dark.
Awesome.
Pit toilets.
Ah, yes, there were pit toilets and fire rings at this campsite. Picnic table too. Crazy.
And a Yogi Bear, and
yes.
It was just crazy.
Hey, boo boo.
Okay, So that's great. You did really well. Now we go to our next. Now we go to the next step, which I believe is the scout. Let me pull this up really quick here.
Don't fuck up, Tony.
It's gonna happen.
Tony,
Just
Tony,
get easy with it.
Tony.
I was going to say
Tony.
you did so well, Toddy, that I think that
We're
there's
due
just
for
a.
some fuck up. Screw up.
Watch your language.
I mean, when creating this character, I had no luck with rolls.
Tony Thompson, you are fined 1 credit for the violation of the.
Sorry.
All right. Okay. Next, we have the survivalist role.
I hate me.
So I believe that's Sarah. Yes.
Yes. That is me. Ah,
Okay. So yeah. So try to roll underneath your survival skill.
I got a 26. I win.
Didn't catch.
Your audio went out.
Oh, I got a 26.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
I squeed too much that the mic couldn't get it.
It was
Okay.
just like, we're gonna just... No.
You don't want to hear that frequency. It's a dog whistle.
You successfully put up a camp that is comfortable, and if you decide to make camp here, you can always choose to basically, like, instead of just, we're going to stop for the night, you can say, we're going to stop for a day and, like, rest and recuperate. If you decide to do that now, you can recover more peril levels than what you normally could.
Do we want to do that, everybody?
Well,
Does anybody have peril yet?
You don't have to worry about that until after we make the toughness tests.
Okay.
You also do use 1 day's worth of food for the
Rations.
trip. All right. So now, Sarah, do you want to take a moment to describe your camp setup?
Yes. I make... Basically, instead of having an individual tent for everyone, we're going to have just a nice... All of the tarps and all of the cloth that was given to us is going to be one large pavilion with little window holes in it to make it easier to keep watch at night with a nice enclosed... the bedrolls will be at least off the ground because I'm sure... Zeta gave us some hay, so we've got a little bit of comfort there. Make sure it's far enough away from the campfire so we don't burn ourselves down. The usual. Maybe an
Are there
extra
chocolates on the pillows?
mints. Yes, mints on the pillows. I'm trying to think what else is. Maybe like an extra tarp, so if it does start raining, we're not going to get as wet.
You are
Gotta have
like
a good rain fly.
you're going to have. You are the fanciest elf traveler that has ever traveled with an elf.
Hey, elves are bougie. I mean, at least that's what I assume.
Azu has never stayed at a camp this nice.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. So that leaves it to you, Tony.
All right. Plate of.
You got
chicken
this,
livers.
Tony.
Here we go.
You got this.
Okay, so with stealth, that's 10% to my.
Correct.
I got a 48, which is under a 49.
Yeah!
Damn!
All right.
Dang!
Oh,
Yeah, that was
man.
cutting it close.
Oh,
It's okay.
wow.
You only have to do 2 more. It's fine. So on a success,
Ethan, you can breathe. It's okay.
on
You
a
can
success,
blink, too.
I think he's just trying to convince everybody that his camera's frozen.
That's exactly what he's doing.
I busted you. So, on a successful scout roll, you do not add chaos dice. At this point, I've assigned a threat to each step of the drip, and you're going to roll. Actually, I'm going to do that. Screw it. I'm going to roll some dice.
Ooh.
I'm going to roll. I never get to roll dice because we never get to play games where I get to roll dice.
Too many
honestly,
Powered by the
if
Apocalypse game.
Did
If
you
it's
just
between me and
rip
Rob
that,
rolling
Rob?
dice, it might be better that he rolls them.
So we're gonna roll the threat dice, and if any of them come up as 6, that means that a random encounter happens. The Scott roll, basically, if you succeed it, the threat level stays. If you fail it, threat level goes up, and I roll more dice, and so on and so forth. So since you guys are starting out, and it's the river, the threat is only going to be a threat level 1. So
Old man river, he keep on rolling.
It's still a fairly well-trod area, so. Plus, I didn't want to be like, and then we're going to drop the rock monsters on you right away. Good luck.
Rolling,
Rocks fall from the sky, you all die.
rolling,
That's going to be
rolling
So we got
on
my-
the river.
my D6.
Ooh.
Sorry, I got Proud Mary in my head. I'll be
That's
over
okay.
here for a while.
Louise checked us out, and she wanted to say hi to Sarah because she remembers Sarah. So.
Aww, yay! Hi, Louise.
And I rolled a 6.
No,
which means
Rob!
Of course you did.
Oh, I'd like to roll to disbelieve.
Rob is a
Look,
liar
I win.
who tells lies.
Now we have to trust each other here,
Yes.
because otherwise we got to use dice bots, and those are not fun. So
Oh.
don't start with those accusations.
Do not pull a Travis McElroy. I repeat, do not. He admitted it. He openly admitted it.
The danger is an adorable puppy.
Yay!
It's a baby dragon.
An adorable puppy probably would stop us dead in our tracks.
Yeah. No, not even a question. Be like, puppy.
Baby dragon too.
I know how you
I
guys
feel like
work.
I need it.
Hey, I happened to rescue a gosling the other day. I am like,
Ryan Gosling?
Oh.
I know
His brother.
an actual
His brother.
gosling,
Uh-huh.
goose gosling.
Is that
Goose Gosling. That's an
is that what
interesting
he
thing to
calls
name a
his,
kid.
his younger brother?
Yeah, because he's Maverick or something. Is that
Yeah.
Is that am I right? Okay,
His
Yeah.
brother,
Yeah.
I've
his
never
brother
seen-
died in a horrible jet accident.
I've never seen
What?
that movie.
Really?
Thanks, Tony.
Oh, I mean, okay. Spoilers don't count after 20 years.
Jordan's just like, why are these people my friends?
I never signed that contract.
All right. So now everybody needs to make a toughness test.
Toughness.
Does this go off of our brawn?
Yep, and if you have toughness as a skill, it goes off of that as well.
Nope.
Also, who was riding in the wagon?
I was.
I was. I mean, I was
All
up front.
in it, but
Yeah.
Brillig and Laura Dannon were on
Driving,
the front of
yeah.
I wasn't back.
Basically, anybody. So I'm going to assume that the two people who didn't do the rolls were the ones who were just basically chilling out in the wagon. That means that you guys get a bonus dice to this toughness test because you're chilling out in the wagon all day while everybody else is running around and scouting, whatever. So what that means is you both get an assist die, which means that you roll an additional tens die,
Ooh.
and you get to keep the better of the two. So it's kind of an advantage thing, whereas everybody else is just
Nice.
rolling your straight toughness.
Okay.
I'm
So
tough.
we got a 10-point window here.
Ooh.
You guys, I think washing my dice worked.
Apparently did not for Tawny based on her facial reaction.
Oh no, Tawny.
My brawn is a 47. I rolled a 67.
Ooh.
My
Purple
brawn
dice
is a
are going off. to the
37,
side.
and I rolled a 34.
Ooh.
All right.
Girl.
Tony,
Who's
nice.
succeeded? Give me a thumbs up. Really? The two orcs are the ones who are sleepy? Alright.
Oh, works.
Like mother, like
Our
daughter?
our
Yeah.
orc people,
We're not being jerks about how to pronounce it. It is actually orc.
orc
Orc.
is we normally sleep for 20 hours a day.
Yes.
This is a long travel time for
You
us.
guys
So
are
long.
usually
You
cats.
guys, I was going to say, you guys are pig fungal cats? Jeez. Alright.
Mhm.
We
Why-
take a lot of naps.
Meow.
Well, I wonder
Brillig.
if really
Skrillex.
Skrillex, if to use your night traveler trait, you're like, I need to make sure that we're on the right track. So you basically stayed up all night to
Yes.
be out for the thing. I don't know what your problem is, Azu. Maybe there's a pee in your wagon cushion or something.
Long day.
Splinter in her wooden foot.
Oh, the worst.
That's true. You know, the changing of the elevation.
Oh
really
yeah,
hard on the foot.
hard on
Swells your
phantom
wood.
limb.
It's swelling and contracting.
All right, so Jordan, you take 8 points of peril. Does that beat your peril threshold?
It is my peril threshold.
Okay.
Who wins in a tie?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
I am the brute squad.
Jordan.
What
Jordan
is your
wins.
peril threshold, Brillick?
Also 8.
You, however, are going to take 12
Seven.
peril.
Ooh.
How many does that pop any of your
No.
like it still only beats the first one?
Correct.
Okay.
Because the second was +6, so that would be a 14.
Yeah, you're right. So what that does mean is that you're definitely moving down one level on the peril track.
So I'm now imperiled.
Yes.
Oh.
And
So we all start as unhindered, right?
correct.
Okay.
Says you're good with a tie.
Oh, so Jordan's good with the tie,
Okay.
says the
So we-
chat.
Awesome.
So Jordan wins the tie. Thank you, chat.
Okay, cool.
Wow,
Thank you,
you guys
chat.
are
Love you.
great.
Thank you,
Uh,
chat.
So yeah, you stayed up all night, and that caused you to you're now a little bit tired, and I don't. You just had a long day. Maybe you also know how cranky Brillig gets when she stays up all night. You're like, oh, I don't want. Nobody wants to be around this.
I
Traveling
moved to the
with
other
my
side of the
mother.
Either that or I've been ranting the whole time about.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's very
right.
annoying. Very annoying.
Yes, you have heard more about the God Emperor in this 24-hour stretch than you have ever thought you could have imagined to have heard in the other, how many ever the years of your life. Because everything that happened on this trip sets him off on this reminds me of the story of when the God Emperor and he tells
I turned it into a musical. Would you like to hear it?
Did you know the God Emperor has feet as well?
God Emperor also had a pebble in his shoe. Let's visit that parable.
All right, so that is the first trust. And now we get to the encounter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
As-
I forgot.
as you are breaking camp up in the morning, or you've broken camp up in the morning, and you're getting back on the road, and you've traveled, I'd say maybe about a quarter of a mile down the side of the river. You come across a ship, like a small river barge, and it is smashed up against a rocky section of the riverbank, and you see there are a couple of people desperately trying to leverage it back out into the stream. Basically, it from what you can tell, you don't know. It's backed up against the rocks. It looks like it's stuck there, and the folks that are the sailors, you assume, are trying to get it unstuck. What do you do? And feel free to stop the wagon. I'm going to assume that you are stopping the wagon at a far enough distance that you can discuss what you want to do without either tipping them off to your presence or having them overhear you and be like, "I know you guys are talking about us. Come on over."
We can hear you guys. Oddly enough, are they within 15 yards if we're farther away to talk about stuff?
They're probably outside of that distance if you're safely parked away. You could move to that distance if you want.
Could I move to that distance?
You yourself could if you want to make a stealth check, yes.
Oh. How do we feel about just attacking them?
My vote is just to move past them and ignore it all.
Okay.
They could have good stuff in the boat.
Could they?
Yes.
They could.
That's where people keep things.
One large thing of boat.
Yeah. We could bring the boat back to Zata.
She wanted
a throne.
Right, but
They
we
could
also said
have a
one.
throne.
There could be the throne. We could say that the boat is the throne.
We take
Boat
a
throne.
chair from the boat.
River King.
The boat would technically be bigger than the throne.
True.
But this was not the deal we had with Zada.
The boat might have a chair.
But okay,
The boat might have a chair.
I truly do not believe she's going to fall for that wooden chair on the boat
She was
and
not
thinking
there.
it's a throne.
She was not there. We put
Darling,
feather.
my
A feather.
dear, sweet, idiot child. No.
We could also try to help them push it back
there
into
is
the
going
river and then ask for donations afterward.
Charge up front.
I feel no need to help. I don't. They could have scurvy. We don't know.
We could help
The
them ford
plague.
the river and offer them
Contagion.
trade like an Oregon Trail.
I could go say hello.
I say, take boat. We take the boat.
All right, let's go say hi and try to take the boat.
Why do we need the boat?
Why do we not need the boat?
You gonna carry that boat?
Oh,
I believe the idea would be to get on the boat and take the boat to our destination.
what if they attack
good
us
sir,
first?
Reginald?
See,
We're on a
then
wagon. We can
no guilt.
outrun them.
But can we? What if they have a bunch of rowers?
Their
Like
their boat
Olympic
is currently
rowers.
aground.
Oh, it is aground? Did I miss that?
It's
Yeah,
stuck.
they're trying to push
It's
it back
stuck.
in the river.
Oh, yeah, let's go attack them then, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There might be a lord there who
combat.
needs saving, and then I could have a new lord. Let's go say hi.
I want to kill something.
I like the fact that the person in the group that probably has the best amount of fighting ability is the person who's like, why are we fighting? I don't know why.
They could have diseases. I don't want to be near them.
Cats
Like
full of
scurvy,
smart
which is
food.
Yes.
definitely contagious.
Wait, you guys! What if the cart fits inside the boat?
Ooh.
Is it a
Let's go get the
flat
boat.
barge?
Let's go
I-
get the boat.
We can check it out.
All right, I'm going to sneak towards the boat and see if I can hear what's going on.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sneak with a 20% bonus to your sneak roll.
Bonus? So goodness. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh.
Well, they're currently too busy trying to get the boat unstuck to really notice you.
Oh.
Doesn't sound good, Sarah.
Mm.
I got a
Lord.
70.
And what is your sneak skill?
64.
What is? I'm sorry.
64.
Is that after the 20%?
Yeah. I not sneaky.
So now is a good time to talk about fortune.
Okay.
You have 6 fortune points to spend.
Okay.
And there are 3 ways that you can spend these fortune points.
Okay.
One of them is to re-roll to try and get a better result.
Okay.
You can spend a fortune point to gain an additional action point during your turn.
Okay.
And if you ever are rolling chaos dice or fury dice, you can spend a fortune point to make it a 6, which means that it then counts as 6 and explodes, which means that, yes, in a fight, you can literally decide, I'm just going to murder this dude by adding extra damage on a thing. Why would you never ever not do that? Because when you spend a fortune point, it then becomes a misfortune point, which is what I get to use to do the exact same things for all of my stuff.
Oh,
That's
so it makes
great.
the game fun. I'm gonna use a
Yes.
fortune point. I'm gonna reroll.
Is that for
please.
use
That's-
against Sarah only, or is that just a free for all point? Either way, I'm for it. But
Why would I limit myself? Why would I limit my genius, Jordan? Come on.
good answer, Rob. Good
We're all a
answer.
team
Okay.
here.
Sarah's doing a better dice. What did you get?
I got a 36. So
All right.
a 36. I win. I snuck. I was really sneaky.
Okay.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
So
Don't
you
be
get.
suspicious.
So I'm assuming. I'll wait till you.
Okay, we're good. Sorry.
I'm assuming that you have some sort of special ability that allows you to radar hear better or something, because you were asking me about distances. Is that correct?
No, I have a bow.
Okay.
That is so much of a better answer, Sarah. That is such a good answer.
Yes. The old elven telegram.
You have my bow and my axe.
Message for you, sir.
And my Glock.
Oh, we're in the bedroom. That means I do have an axe.
You know,
There are going to be
that's
some
not
questions
a normal
to
statement.
You never know.
When you're gonna need an axe in the bedroom.
You should
Yeah,
see what's
what
in
if
my
the log
bedroom, and
falls
I
into
can't
her
believe
house?
that job to have a drink.
Foreplay involves trial by combat.
Trial
It's
by
in
stone.
case a tree falls into her bedroom, and that's the only way they can escape.
What if someone breaks into the window? Then
But if
I
she's
have-
not there, did it make a sound?
Well, she'd have
Wait.
to be there to use the axe, Tony.
axe make a sound?
I don't know.
The
I'm just
tree that
riffing
fell
off
that I
this
was talking
stupid
about.
conversation we're having.
So
You're
can
welcome.
It's really
am I able to hear them to figure out what they're doing? Or to figure out how many people are there?
You think it's just the two of them,
Okay.
but they are
Perfect murdering
conversing.
style.
They're yeah, but they are a of which you are unfamiliar.
Okay, so they're talking in a language I don't understand.
Yeah, you don't. They're talking to each other, but it is in a language you do not understand or recognize.
Do they look dangerous? Or are they just...
Looks like Darkwing Duck.
I mean, I get the feeling they know that you're there now.
No, I'm still
Well,
sneaky.
Well,
No,
Oh, because you were
she made
you
her
used
stealth
the.
roll.
Okay.
They both have they both taken off their shirts for the lady.
McConaughey's. Gotcha.
all right.
To keep them cool while they're trying to get this boat unstuck. And each of them has a massive tattoo of a dragon on their body.
Is that
That
bad?
wraps around.
Yakuza?
That's what I was thinking. Oh shit!
One guy has basically his entire back is a dragon body. You see like wing struts that go up his arm, whereas the other guy has a more of a coiled dragon that goes up his body, and then the mouth comes up here as a neck tattoo.
So we
So
didn't
cool.
find baby dragons, we found babe dragons.
Dragon Man. Or maybe it's
Have
just
Ah.
a
All right.
Or maybe it's just a dragon?
Can I... So they're talking a language I don't understand. They have a crazy tattoos that I don't know what they stand for. Can I roll to see if I know what those stand for? I mean, I'm assuming I don't, but...
I have a rumor skill. Have I heard rumors of people?
Well,
Oh, we're not there. That's right.
She'll have to bring this back.
Laura
If
Dannon.
she wants to bring it back to discuss, she certainly can, but right now she's in the moment of trying to figure out who these people are.
That's right.
Right, because I'm trying to see if I want to murk them by myself without risking anyone else.
What I think I want you to do
Okay.
is, if you want to figure this out, you're going to need to make a scrutinize roll, which is under perception.
I
And
have that.
But because they are speaking an unfamiliar language, you're going to be taking a minus 30 to that roll.
Arduous.
You know, I'm going to try it. Okay,
Oh,
minus 30. Okay. All right, I'm going to try it.
Get it?
I got a 19!
nice.
Boom!
Damn.
Woo.
Roll them.
I got it.
All right.
That was seriously unexpected. I'm like,
I was not expecting her to get that either. Rob's like, crap. Now I have to actually give a backstory to these
Like,
guys.
damn.
I was waiting
They
for
were
some
just supposed
serious
to kill him.
failure.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
expecting to
Alright.
fail because with the minus 30, I was at like 32.
Hey, I'm embracing the chaos. This
This
is
was
all.
supposed to be an MDK, murder, death,
I
kill.
I know.
I'm embracing the chaos. This is all off of a single entry in the encounter table. So let's do it. We're gonna do it.
All right,
F it. We're doing it live.
we'll fix it in post.
LFG.
looking for group.
Let's frack and go.
Observing them for a few minutes, it doesn't take long for you as a watchman to know a pair of smugglers when you see them.
Oh, okay.
Really have some sort of illicit cargo at boat that they're and the dragon marks are an organization that tends to deal in an alchemical creation called Dream Flower,
Ooh. Okay.
which is rumored to allow to not only a deep sleep, but it also allows congress with beings of chaos in the dreamscape, and it is very highly illegal and therefore highly expensive.
Okay. I would like to shoot one in the head.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me a your ranged melee roll.
Wouldn't that be martial ranged?
Yes, martial range. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
Ranged melee. What am I doing?
That's okay. That's all right. Oh, that's not good.
Oh boy.
You know what? No. I'm gonna do another point to re-roll it.
Fortune.
Oh boy.
That's,
I saw that coming.
Yes, that's much better. I got it.
certainly a choice.
So, what are the qualities of your bow that you have?
The bow that I have, the qualities are fast and punishing.
Ooh.
It's
Okay,
an arbalest crossbow.
Okay, do you know what punishing does?
I don't, unfortunately.
Or
I'm sorry.
That's all right. We're gonna look it up right now.
We're doing it live.
Okay.
I will be the one person to not look it up.
That's okay, Tony.
Just absorb the information.
I got it.
Okay, cool.
So, what punishing does is you can add an additional fury die to your damage roll by spending an additional action point. So what this means is, so basically we've kind of slid into a combat round right now, and you have you start out with 3 action points.
Okay,
You use one to shoot the guy.
right.
Now you can either save, so that leaves you with 2. Now you can either use these to move if you, or take another shot, or you can save them as reactions so that, you know, if they turn around and go whoa and try to shoot you back, you can try to dodge.
Okay, so here's the question. Because it says 2 action points to load. So if I want to take another shot, I would be loading before I would be able to shoot. So that would be 3 for the
That's
shoot.
correct.
And then 2. Okay, so, but if I don't choose to load, I still have 2 action points, correct?
Okay,
So,
hold on.
okay.
Sorry, I was losing you there. Please go back.
Oh,
and repeat.
no problem. So it's 1 action point to shoot, 2 action points to load, which makes 3. But if I just shoot and like pull up my shield, that's only 2.
Right.
Okay.
But you can spend, because you have punishing,
Yeah.
you can spend a 3rd action point to roll 2d6 instead of 1.
Okay. I will spend an action point to make it 3 to do 2d6.
No, wait, so right. Plus, I believe it's your check what how, I think it goes off of your agility bonus for ranged weapons. If the chat wants to jump in,
Well, it would
But I
make
think
sense.
that's what makes sense to me.
Okay, so I'm rolling 1d6 for sure.
Yes, if you want to, are you spending the other action point to make it punishing for 2?
Yes.
Okay.
So 2d6.
Then go ahead and roll it.
All right. 5 and 5, so 10.
Okay. I think. Sorry,
With
folks.
ranged weapons,
Thank you for your patience.
No, that's okay.
You got it?
Got what?
Do you have it, Tawny?
I think with ranged weapons, you add your agility bonus, correct?
Oh, if it's plus my
That's
agility
what
bonus,
Your AB.
it should be it's 15 total then.
Okay.
I think that's right. I mean,
That makes sense.
Awesome.
Unless it goes off of the combat bonus, because that's the...
I think it is actually combat bonus.
Okay, so then...
oh, here it is. Make a combat-based test. If almost dodge or parry with shield or suffer damage, cannot be gauged, but that actually doesn't say. Sorry. Dang it.
It goes off of,
Oh,
it
actually,
goes off of combat bonus.
Okay, so it'd be 14 total.
Okay. Let me pull out some stats.
Woohoo.
And
In case any of you lucky people at home get the folios, they have a really awesome like index at the back, and
Super useful. The folios are amazing.
they're beautiful. And all of your armor and weapons info.
Yeah, look at all of that. This is all in the character folio. Like, this is seriously awesome. It's worth it for every single cent.
Manifestations. And I would just want it if it was literally only this piece of paper
death
with your
certificate.
certificate of death.
Right?
Because it's so funny. But like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
beautiful.
This
It
thing is pretty
Even
great.
smells beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, and it feels good. You can put your character name on the front of the folio. Like, makes you feel like you're the DM because you can go like this and roll beneath it. Plus, you've got so many spaces for like everything you can need, like trappings on your person, trappings on your steed, what your property is, your coins and your wealth. Everything about your character you can put in here.
all right. So
Look at all the
you're
note
gonna
room.
So you the damage threshold is you're gonna drop him 2 levels, which is enough to give him to make him moderately wounded.
Okay.
And I think let me look up. I believe injury starts at serious wounded.
Okay. Well, if he's
Now
this doesn't go on an imperiled track, right?
it's on the damage threshold, the other side.
Okay. So unharmed, lightly wounded, moderately wounded, seriously wounded, grievously wounded.
Does seriously wounded say that he gets an injury?
It does not say.
I mean, I'll look it up right now.
Okay. But all that stuff's on your character folio. Your damage condition track, your peril condition track, everything. And it's so nice. It's so intuitive too. You've got all of your reward points. You've got spots for all of your casting magic stuff. If you've got demonic gifts, there's a spot for all of that. Places you've
All of your
been,
notes.
people you've known.
Things you've seen.
Yeah, like this is this is the most useful
Okay,
character folio I've ever seen in my entire life, and I've played a lot of games.
so I'm going to guess that because there is a moderate injury chart to roll on, and you put him down to moderately wounded, that you get one of those when you're moderately wounded.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
13.
Now, wait. Okay. Actually, pause, because I do want to remind Sarah that if she spends a fortune point, she can flip either of those dice to a 6 and roll an additional die to add more damage.
Bait.
Oh, I'll do
That's
it.
fate.
Fine, I'll do it.
No.
Okay.
So many.
So roll
So
another.
many.
No, roll another d6.
Okay. Oh, it's only a 1.
Okay.
Sadness.
So add 2 to that.
Okay, so
So you got a 15. So to 17.
yes. Oh, actually, it'd be a 16. I'm sorry, it's 16.
Because you were at a 14, right?
Correct.
Okay. I'm sure that was worth it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I feel good about this.
I
don't feel good.
I feel great
Not
about
feeling-
it. I think this is going fine. Everything's okay.
One battle has gotten us 3 misfortune points.
I'm excited to be a part of
Sure.
it.
All right. So what was your moderate injury?
Moderate injury was do I change one of those numbers to a 6? No, it was 13.
No, the percentile that you rolled was a 13. Okay.
13, yeah.
Oh man.
That sounds great.
So.
You get darkened nails. Her nails are now black.
Welcome to the club, yo.
My nails are fine. I just have webbed hands and feet.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
The arrow hits him right in the back.
Yes.
Like right above his shoulder blade, and he's thrown forward onto the side of the ship, where he smashes his face into the vessel. And when he comes back clutching his eye, so what is your third action point here?
Pull up. Oh,
You're dropping your bow.
I'm pulling my bow down and pulling up my shield to hide behind,
Okay.
just in
Okay.
case they have ranged weapons.
So take cover.
Yeah, take cover.
Well, no, I'm assuming that the AP is going to be spent drawing because you had to put down the bow and put up the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a D10 roll here, Sarah, and add it to your initiative.
I have hue and cry, so it says roll 2d10 for initiative.
Okay,
Ooh.
does that choose the better one then?
Nope, it just says roll 2d10 for initiative.
Jeez, okay.
So 18.
All right, well, you're going to go first, so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot him again!
But you pull up your...
Right. But I can load with 2 of them, and then shoot with the 3rd.
But you need to drop your shield
Mm-hmm.
because it's a two-handed crossbow.
I will say, I will pause.
Okay.
If you want to go back and undrop because you would know that you would be able to get a second shot off because you know you have this sweet-ass super initiative.
Okay.
So if you want to put that move back so you can take another shot, you
Yeah,
certainly
if that's... okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just duck down and then... Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. So then I'll reload and shoot again.
Are you shooting the same guy?
Do I have an advantage on shooting him?
My guess is that if you shoot him, basically, you will definitely kill that guy if you shoot him again. The other guy, you just have a chance of wounding.
Okay, cool. I will shoot the guy who is currently wounded then.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't know what's going on with my dice today, but I am okay with it. See? Look, that's a 14. Okay, sorry. I just don't believe that it's happening. So,
Okay.
all right. So I shot
You
him.
washed them.
So same deal as before. You can spend your last. No, you can't. Well, can you load in between? You know what? I want this combat to move quickly. I'm going to
Okay.
say you can basically spend half of your because you would have had one thing left last round. You can spend half of it reloading, so you can reload again. So you can. No, it is actually you can't do it because I'm doing the math here.
I don't think it'll work, but
Okay,
that's okay.
So just roll the basic thing.
Okay. So that was 2d6.
No, 1d6 because you're not able to activate vicious or
punishing.
Punishing.
10.
Okay. That means that he is seriously wounded.
I rolled a 6, if that matters.
You did.
Yes.
Yes, it does because that explodes and you roll and you add it.
Oh, that's gonna be. Wait. 11, 15.
Okay, so yeah, that's grievously wounded. Go ahead and roll percentiles again.
92.
That doesn't sound good.
I think it sounds
Not
great.
for him. At least you didn't roll that on one of her skill checks.
So, you know how he's clutching his eye because it's swollen? You put your other arrow in his other eye.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that guy is not having a great day.
So,
Sorry, Dragon Man.
what is your how many skill levels do you have in stealth? Do you have any skill levels in stealth?
I do not.
Okay.
So I am probably not stealthed right now.
Well, this is going to be him trying the other guy trying to you,
Okay.
and we'll see if he does.
Okay. So I'm sorry, he's trying to find me?
Basically, he has pulled out a flintlock pistol.
Oh, okay. All right, that's scary. Cool.
And he is scanning the horizon.
Oh. Okay.
He sees you and pulls the trigger. And that is where we will be back for our third act of ZWEIHÄNDER Dark and Stormy. Please join us in 10 minutes to see how the firearms work.
I'm gonna die.
We'll be back then.
Totally dead.
When we last left our protagonists, the elven watchman had successfully double tapped a suspicious smuggler with her crossbow, and his living compatriot is about to return fire. Now, I took the liberty of rolling his attack during the break, and I have to tell you, Sarah, while you were off, when you ran to the bathroom, I asked the rest of the people. So, how many of those misfortune points should I use on the bad guy's return fire? And they were like, all of them. Do it, all of them.
Fair enough.
But I am unable to do so because he rolled a 55, which is 10 points above his pistol score of 45, which makes it a critical failure.
Oh,
And
it feels
lucky.
so
What
good.
happens when a gun critical fails? It blows up.
Backfires.
So the rest of you on the wagon are, like, what is she doing? You hear a bang, and then you hear like screams of horrible, horrible pain, and then nothing.
This is a bad neighborhood. We need to get out of here.
Yes, I should have taken that into account when I mapped our navigations here. So I apologize
Can
for
we see
that.
them? Can we see
You
them,
just see
Rob?
the boat. You guys are far enough away that you can see the boat. Only Sarah's character snuck in closer. So
they're both dead.
I'm assuming. Yes.
I think that's a good
Hey.
time to go.
Hey, folks, we've got a boat now.
Okay.
Cool. I'll ask
Let's
no
go check it
questions.
out. Yeah.
Is the castle on
Well-
the river?
No, but this will shorten your travel time, mostly because our show is, we have about an hour left on the show, and we don't. And while I enjoy the traveling rules, I feel like narratively, if you find a boat and we want to skip ahead to the fireworks factory, that makes it pretty obvious that we cut to you sailing down the river, and in the distance you see the castle for Michigan.
Castle for Michigan.
Does the wagon fit on the boat?
Yes.
Yes! Thank you,
Did
chat.
we loot?
You are the true
we-
heroes of this adventure.
Did we loot the boat already?
I'm assuming we
God.
took the boat, so like everything that is
We
on the boat.
Miraculously
now
looted
ours.
a loot from the boat, and I'm playing it.
Oh boy.
There you go. Fair.
Exactly.
So you make your way through Tumbledown Pass, and you come. The pass leads to the two massive double doors at the base of the castle. There are walls that you could scale if you wish to not go through the front door. And you can basically, it's pretty easy climb, easy is a relative term, but, climbing the walls would be relatively easy if you decided to do that. But once you get to, the back end of the castle, that's when it drops off the sheer cliff face, and that's a little dicier of a prospect. But you can also go through the front doors, should you wish.
I say let's go through the front doors.
I say Kargan knocks.
Sure.
You should ask them if they've heard of your Lord and Savior.
The God Emperor.
I'll go with Kargan. I'll back him up. I'll go with him and back him
Alright.
up. Hopefully they aren't my same social class.
You, Kargan, you reach for the front, the front door, and the doors creak open out. As you walk up, the doors creak open out towards you, bathed in a strange red glow.
Oh, we're screwed.
Can I cast Sanctuary on myself?
What does sanctuary mean? Do you have it handy?
I do. Foes that are classified humanoid who attempt to attack you must immediately succeed at a resolve test or choose to ignore you for the duration of the spell. So
How
they
long
need
does the spell last?
9 minutes.
Oh,
Nice.
damn. That's
So it's not
definitely a
just
whole lot.
it's long. Okay. Yes, you can certainly cast that spell. Go ahead and give me an incantation roll. Now, when you cast spells in Zweihander, you choose whether or not you wish to channel power. The advantage of channeling power is that you get to roll. You get additional bonuses to the spell that you're casting. But if any of those dice come up as 6, then you gain a chaos manifestation, as some of the energy that you've pulled basically washes out of the cup and spills into reality. So, Ethan,
Let's upgrade it.
So, how many upgrades are you doing? Are you doing 1, 2, or 3?
I'm going to do just one because I don't know what this is yet. If it was big and scary, I'd probably do more, but it's just a red light.
Okay. So, because you're casting a generalist spell, it actually gives you a plus 10 bonus to the incantation. And because you're channeling 1 level of power, we're rolling 1d6 chaos dice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means it's up by 20%? Because
Correct.
10% for the step up, and then 10% because it's generalist.
That's correct.
That means you need to roll under a 72.
Nice.
I got a 39 with a 4 on the chaos dice.
Okay. So, go ahead and spend some of that special effects budget and tell us how your sanctuary spell looks.
A white light kind
It's
of...
Gunfingers? I don't know.
A white light slowly falls over me from the heavens, and basically I lightly fade out because of the brightness.
Okay.
John
I
Cena.
squint I squint.
Okay.
next to you.
The holy protection of the God Emperor washes over Ethan's character.
As he shrieks.
Are you saying like the power of the God Emperor compels you? The power of the God Emperor compels you?
I start to clomp forward with my wooden foot.
Okay. You make your way up into. So the doors open, and you come into an incline that leads up into what looks to be a small courtyard. So you come up the incline and you loop around and you basically come up into the courtyard where there is a door. So there's a ramp leading up to an actual stone courtyard. Like this is all packed in earth and dense mud. And then the sort of the castle part of the castle begins once you hang a right. So when you hang a right directly, there's the wall of the castle, and there are that's spotted with arrow slit windows on the lower levels, and then actual windows in the upper levels. Then on the right hand side, there is a door leading into a small building. Good night, Louise.
Good night, Louise.
Retreat. A door leading into a small building, and then the door leading into the high tower of the castle.
Azu gives a whistle to tell the party that the door is open, so they can start making their way over here.
We ignore it.
I don't.
Fine.
I don't ignore it.
Everyone is
That's
like,
fine.
everyone is like, enjoy your new castle. We got a boat now.
She may be my idiot child, but I still care for her somewhat. So.
Somewhat.
She's the one that carved me this foot.
I did so.
Kerplunk. Kerplunk.
Lord of the Board Brad would like to know if that's why your foot has an extra toe.
Yes. Yeah.
I
Orc
had to make it
can't
look as
count too
close
great,
to the
so-
original as possible. So
So, all right. So
Wow,
everybody,
Mom. Wow.
so everybody, now that you're in the courtyard, if I could have everybody give me a perception awareness roll, please.
ooh, I've got skill bonus on awareness, which is great. I rolled a 51 under my 60.
So
Can I use the misfortune point?
A misfortune point.
No, because Tawny actually got it, so I probably shouldn't use a fortune point to. Yeah,
think
I
that
got
I critically failed.
Ooh,
Ooh.
you see nothing.
I got a 77. I just went blind for some reason.
You look
Okay.
directly at
At Ethan.
Kargan.
Yeah.
Kargan.
Okay.
Cardigan. Sweater
I
man.
almost forgot. So Tawny, you succeeded.
Woo!
Everybody else failed.
I succeeded.
Okay. Tawny and Sarah, your characters
Are the only useful ones.
Yeah, but
See-
wait, what?
see the reddish, see a glow of a reddish figure from one of the windows on the corner of the tower, as if somebody is looking down on the courtyard.
That's not a good sign.
Hey, who are you?
Tony,
Oh,
if you avenge me, says the whispers, I will show you my true treasure.
Oh no, that means
Tony, you're going to take a corruption point.
Ooh.
Okey-dokey.
Ethan, you also take a corruption point because channeled power, one point of power.
right. You underestimate the power of the dark side.
I really hope his true treasure is his kid's macaroni and cheese glue drawing that he did for him.
It's on the
Opens up
fridge.
the chest. Yeah.
So Tawny, your
Yes.
character, I'm revising a little bit here. Your character sees the red figure glowing in the tower. Sarah,
yes.
on the ground here in the small courtyard, like it's not this castle's not very large. Like it's not this gigantic thing. This
Right.
is a castle that like basically this is like the castle version of like, oh, we're gonna go up north to the cabin for a week or so.
Oh, okay. It's a summer home.
A hunting castle, I think, is usually what the terminology
okay.
A castle that college kids would kill themselves on.
is. There are PBR cans everywhere. Like while Tawny's character is looking up, you're looking down, and you see the remains of what looks to have been a large fire.
Okay. Are there
And
like skeletons in the fire, or is it just a large fire?
well, as you pick around, yes,
Ah,
one skeleton or pieces of what you think is one skeleton.
gross.
Could be chicken.
Folks,
Not the
I don't-
with those
I can't
bones
hear
that
Rob.
size.
there's
It was a big chicken.
there's a body in the remains of this fire. I think somebody was burned alive.
Ah!
It-
I immediately back away from it pretty goodly.
Could it be a pyre?
Does it look like a pyre, or is it like they're a stake and somebody was burned?
Or did someone trip into a bonfire by accident?
Hold my
Hey, guys.
beer.
It's my big wedding
College
cake.
kids!
Yes, he was carrying the keg and he couldn't see, and it just, he stepped on that banana peel. It was weird.
These kids keep killing themselves all over my property.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil, top
It's
shelf.
my
movie.
favorite.
Now that Azu says, was there a stake? Yeah, that's consistent with what you think was somebody was burned at the stake in the courtyard here.
Oh no, someone was burned at this stake in the courtyard.
Well, I should point out, I'm just going to put this out here. I don't believe we're alone, and I think we're being watched.
Oh,
If you look up there, you may see a light of a reddish hue. It's not
Oh.
good.
oh.
But it could be a curtain.
I still might be
No.
blind. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe it's the vengeful ghost of the person who was burned alive at the stake, and they're coming to get us, and they're going to try to corrupt us and tell us that we need to avenge them in order to have access to all of the amazing treasures that they hold. But there's really no better treasure than friendship.
That's crazy talk.
No, I don't think so.
But sweet. I've learned something, you guys. Message there.
Sarah just speed ran through the rest of the episode.
Solved it.
It
We're
was
done
friendship all along.
Here. It was the butler.
Well, I say we find the throne first, and then we will be
Sit
fine.
in it.
I was going to say put it in the wagon, but if you want to sit in it first, I guess that's okay.
You can sit in it when it's in the wagon.
Hey.
Rob, can we see if if we have any sort of memory of this type of red light ghost being witch fire thing?
Has there been a rumor?
Sand.
You know what, Jordan? Go ahead and make a rumor check.
Rumor has it.
I'm going to say at a negative... I'm sorry. No, intelligence folklore is what you're gonna be rolling if you want to try this,
Okay.
or anybody who wants to try it.
Go for it.
What are we rolling?
I will try my 2 points of intelligence.
Oh, I got it.
I rolled
got
an
a 34.
83.
Nope.
Rumor is the one?
No, intelligence
Folklore.
folklore.
I know nothing.
Did you roll doubles, Jordan, or no?
No, I rolled a 34.
I thought you said 33. That's what I was like. Hey.
Did you roll a 34
Yeah,
as
that would be
well?
super awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
Huh?
who got it? Who didn't?
I rolled a
Sarah,
34
I
as
didn't hear
well.
you say- Hey!
Roll buddies. Awesome. All right.
Tawny, does that mean critical failure?
No, it was not a critical. It's just a regular.
It just
Regular
means
fail.
because there
We-
were two
Yeah,
thumbs.
that I think that we to going forward with our remote games, we're going to have to adapt like success, critical success, failure, critical failure. I dropped my dice. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the what movie was that?
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Oh, we were doing that in Aegon too. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, Jordan, you don't know that because you succeeded in every roll in Aegon. So you know, you're
Oh
probably
yeah, I just got so used to this. I thought that's the standard for.
We love
like, Shepard is like, he's son of a.
I would make a different rude gesture, but I've been told we're PG-13 tonight.
Though,
It's okay. I felt it in my heart.
though,
And my amazing museums and monuments from all of the glory that I had in that
So-
game.
like you're gonna see Tawny disappear. Like I'm having video trouble, and then like 10 minutes later, she's gonna just
Jordan, this is
creep up behind Jordan, and then the video's gonna cut. I was going to say, I forgot what I was going to say. It was going to be brilliant, but
So the ghost.
yes. What those of you, the two of you who made it, you recognize, or Laura, you recognize. You think it might be a red revenant.
Oh.
Which is a ghost of a person who was unjustly put to the stake for consorting with demons and devils, but was innocent.
Okay. Oh, everyone, it's probably a red revenant. It's someone who was put to the stake unjustly and was innocent, and they burned them. How do we fix it?
You don't. Like, you would need magic weapons, and you'd either need magic weapons. You would need to bury it, and this is what Jordan figures out. To fix it, you would need magic weapons to fight it. You would need a basically to gather up those bones and take them to a sanctified burial spot and bury them. And that's assuming that it doesn't try to attack you and set you on fire while you're touching its bone. The good news is that as long as you don't disturb it, either the bones on here or in the castle, you should be fine. Now, how you're going to move a massive throne out of the throne room and bring it down to the wagon, that is an exercise for you rogues to figure out.
Windows.
Well, I relay all of that, and I say, Cargan.
Yes.
You do religious stuff, right?
I have been known to do religious stuff.
Can you sanctify right here?
To the best of my knowledge, no.
How about the worst of your knowledge?
I'll try anything once.
Okay. There's 5 of us. I think we could carry a throne. I think we could do it.
Yeah.
You never said it had to be there in one piece.
Before we touch the throne, can
Wait
I...
a minute.
Wait.
So, Ethan, your proposal is, okay, first we get the throne, then we invent IKEA, then...
I was going to ask, is it an IKEA throne? Can we
throne.
flat pack it?
Well, you haven't actually seen the thing yet. You don't know where it is.
So,
Now-
okay. Let's find it, and I'm going to look for traps before anyone touches it.
Now, Ethan, you could sanctify the area where the fire happened, but you know that as much as the God Emperor speaks through you, that it would be temporary at best. So what you would do is you would make an incantation roll. It would be at a minus 20 to the roll, and I'm going to narrate it like this. If you like, I kind of want this to happen because I think that's going to keep, otherwise you're going to be like, well, this risk isn't worth it. We're going to bounce. If you succeed, you know how long you have. If you fail, you don't.
Ooh, that sounds great.
Do it.
I'm good with that.
Do it.
Let's do that.
Do it. Yeah.
This is a heads up, Mom. I have a wooden foot, so I don't know how effective I will be in carrying and moving things because I have
There's 5 of us. There's 5 of us.
a veteran's boot, which doesn't allow me to charge, maneuver, or run.
It's fine. It's fine.
That just means you're the foreman, okay? You're the one who's
Yeah.
like, hey.
Yeah. And then as you guys all drop it and run, I'll just hobble behind you.
Correct.
So now you said I'm rolling this at a -20,
That is correct.
Rough.
and it's just straight incantation.
Mm-hmm.
Can I upgrade this a bunch?
We're kind of doing some on-the-fly shiz here. I'm going to say, so one thing you can do is you can spend fortune points to reroll. I will also say that if you want to accept additional corruption, you can channel that power, and each corruption you take will give you a +10 to your roll. So if you want to negate it, that would be 2 corruption.
Yeah, let's get some corruption.
Okay. So then it's a straight roll. So do it.
Do it. Do
I
it.
rolled a 30, and I needed a 52.
Yay!
Is there some like dark smoke starting to like seep through the bright glowy color of his sanctuary spell? Or did that already wear off?
The sanctuary spell has worn off by this point.
Darn. That would have been cinematic and awesome.
Ethan, do you want to go ahead and roll 2 chaos dice for me as well?
Yeah.
Don't roll a 6, probably.
3 and a 2.
So you probably have about 30 minutes. And like really, and so tell me what you do here. How do you bring the spirit forward, or do you want me to drive?
Feel free to drive.
Okay. So Ethan's character roots around in the ashes until he finds a piece of the skull. And he closes his eyes and starts to whisper the litany of the God Emperor, and which talks about, basically it's the here is how this person went from random soldier to the God Emperor. And as he chants this, he holds the skull up, and
Do some coke.
ashes start to flow out of the bottom of the skull. And when they hit the ground, they spread out, but they also start to fill in a humanoid form that fills all the way back up to the head and beyond until there is this ghostly figure made of ash and skull that lights on fire, but the fire forms itself in a form of a fabulous corseted dress burning on this strange form, and you see its mouth open and as it rails against and relives its burning. What I want everyone to do here is I think we're going to do a little bit of a peril check.
Okay.
Because this is some weird stuff to see.
Can I see any of it? Because I am stone-headed.
What does that mean?
I don't know, I gotta look it up. Page 37. But it was something about I'm too dumb to see magic, if I remember correctly.
I will also point out that I am covered in burn scars, so fires are probably not my favorite thing.
You are immune to magic, which may control your mind and
Okay,
see through
that's it.
illusions without fail.
Yes, this is not an illusion so much
Michael.
as it is. Yeah.
You are immune to illusions and trickery and deceit via magics.
I think we're going to do this. Everybody give me a 2d10 roll, add them together, and compare it to your peril track. That's how much this freaks you out.
Barrel the track.
So,
track.
for example,
Your peril threshold.
if
Oh
I
Oh my
have,
god.
if I roll a 10 and my peril threshold goes 7, 13, 19, 25.
That means that you move down one track on your peril threshold.
Okay, so I am imperiled.
Yes.
So-
I
I
rolled-
matched mine.
I rolled less.
Then you're fine.
Matches
Mine
go
is
to
a
you.
6, and I got a 5.
Then you're fine.
I got a 15, and mine is 8, 14, 20, 22. I moved down 2.
Ooh,
That's correct.
rough.
Aye.
I'm ignore 1 skill rank now.
Yep.
So now that means whenever you have you make a skill roll and you have a skill level in it, you don't add that bonus because you're too freaked out.
So no skill bonuses for me because I'm all on skill rank 1.
That's correct.
Mine.
That's correct.
Woohoo!
Okay. But now this creature is held here for about a half hour, probably just long enough to find this stupid throne and get it out of here.
All right, let's do that.
So everyone break up, run in different directions, yell if you see anything.
I'm sorry. Tawny? Did you?
Yes,
Was somebody calling me, or was that Sarah? I'm sorry.
not
I
I.
didn't know.
Oh,
We're good.
anybody who failed their peril threshold, you can hear faint screaming.
That's normal.
I should also point out that if we only get the throne, this whole thing was like useless because we have to give her the throne. I mean, I guess we got a boat.
Yeah, I mean, we got the boat and all the illegal stuff on it that we can sell for buku bucks.
I guess.
That is, and we know about this place, so we can always revisit it later.
When you have an old priest and a young priest, so
Yeah.
At this point in time, is there any way that I can figure out what they meant by avenge them? Like how I could go about doing such a thing?
I don't know. When a ghost tells you
Does
to
the
avenge them, what do you
screaming-
think that usually means?
Killing
Yeah,
the
but I
person
don't
that
know,
killed
like-
them.
Yeah, who the hell that?
Gotta do some research.
Well, that's what I'm
Maybe
asking.
you'll
Can I do-
find some documents inside the castle.
All right, well, I'm gonna go document hunting.
I'm going to look through the rooms near the door because I'm a lot slower than everybody else is.
Glunked, 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 glunked.
Yeah.
Normally the throne room is like directly inside, and then it's like the big open room, like the maybe the second room in. So that's where I'm headed.
Reginald.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder, especially now that this preacher has trapped this creature in this painful state. If you kill him, it might owe you. Maybe that's what she meant. So anyway,
There's no way I can confirm that, huh?
not until you decide to do some murder.
All right, well,
Like,
I'm gonna.
how would you confirm? How would you confirm that? Like, how you gonna go?
What would there be any way, considering
Open.
this? Did you destroy the castle, Rob?
That's fine.
Is there any way that since I was contacted, that I could contact back?
Maybe if you go up to the top of the tower. But
I
that
shall
probably,
do just that.
but that probably would be pretty suspicious.
Hey,
Yeah,
y'all!
look it up.
I'm gonna go up to the top of the tower. I heard there's a bathroom up there.
I I hate to tell you, but I don't know that those have been invented yet.
Well, castle, latrines, I don't know. You changed it to latrine? Sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna explore, I guess.
So funny.
Every-
So
Everybody cool with that?
You really sold that with the expression on your face.
Yep.
please don't notice the fact that I'm now hearing things. Yeah, that's a good plan, Tony. Okay, so what's the plan here, guys?
I was
plan-
going to
Look
go
around.
into what should be the throne room,
Yeah,
which is like
I'm gonna
directly
follow-
forward from the front doors.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Brillig.
Looking around.
Okay.
I do plan on going up to the top of the tower. I do have stealth if that's necessary, that I sneak away while everybody's distracted.
Are you trying to do that? Then give me
Yeah.
a roll.
Right. I got a 25 under a 49.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. You wait until and so you go into the main room, and sure enough, on the end of the hall there is a throne. And the good news is that it's not like it's
Folded down.
Yeah, it's it's a nice throne. It's ornately carved. It's gonna look weird if Zudha decides to just throw it in the common room. But it's also not like it's made of wood.
It's not the Iron Throne.
Yeah, it's not the Iron Throne. It's not made of gold or stone or anything like that. Like, it's going to take some effort to get this out, but it's not like completely screwed.
Cool. So we
Um,
take some effort to get it
Yeah.
out.
I think we start working on that.
Okay. Meanwhile, Tony, you go up the tower.
Mm-hmm.
The ghost pushes you
And-
off. Bye.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a nice little thing to put on the back of my sweet ass character sheet.
There is
Defenestrated.
That sun defenestration is on there.
You go up the stairs, and then there is a ladder to the smaller tower room. If you and I'm assuming you go up that.
Mm-hmm.
And you poke your head up and see the ghostly form of a woman in finery. And she sees you and says, "Are you here? Have you come to take the last of my treasures?"
I've come to avenge you and earn said treasures.
It's piece by piece. All the wealth, all the things that I gathered in my life were taken. The throne is the only thing that's left to me.
We came all this way, and the only thing left is the throne.
So the throne is something you'd like to keep.
It's the only thing left. The only thing that I remember from before the burning. Please.
If I were to leave the throne, what's in it for me?
You would make me happy. I have no other wealth to give you. But I do have a secret.
Is that a secret you're willing to share?
Are you willing to save my throne?
Well, secrets are my business, and if that's the price for a secret, perhaps.
She raises a wispy hand towards you and says, "Take my hand and I will know if you speak the truth."
I done do it.
Dead.
Were you speaking the truth or not?
I was. I being an informer and being in a castle that I didn't know existed until just a little while ago, a secret from a spirit seems pretty tasty.
Okay.
It doesn't mean we have to give him the throne back.
Yeah, I'm kind of going by the seat of my pants here.
Cart
Okay.
for the horse.
The secret that she gives you is that the 3 men who attacked and killed that poor knight, Tertullin, are now waiting for you in at the bottom of the hill at the doors to the castle to ambush you and kill you all.
Oh boy.
All right, we jump off the cliff into the boat, and we'll be good.
But we throw the throne down first.
Yes. And then glue it back together.
Yeah.
For her.
And you
Or-
see,
Just hear me out. We leave the throne.
We don't know that we're not there.
I know. Which is why I don't know why you're discussing tossing the throne as an option when you don't even know that there are people down there yet.
because she gives you a vision of them, and you see them, and they each have flintlocks, like pistols, flintlock pistols that they're basically waiting until that door opens up, and whoever goes through that door first is going to get blasted to hell. And then you're back in the room alone by yourself.
I head back down to the group.
They've got it about. They're basically like just getting it to the door to push it out into the main courtyard.
I'm yelling, pivot! Pivot!
I'm trying. Good.
Hey, I
Tilt it 5 degrees.
5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
I tell them to stop.
And
Why?
stop.
Why?
Step out that door with that throne. We will all die.
Why?
I think Zuda will kill us if we don't step out the door with the throne.
Fair point. Yes. My idiot daughter sometimes speak wisdom.
We should still have like 10 minutes.
But you could take your chances with a bartender, or you could take your chances with 3 gunmen outside.
Why are there 3 gunmen?
Did you bring 3 gunmen here? Are you betraying us? Are you stealing
Right.
the throne from us?
I'm warning you about gunmen because I'm betraying you.
Because, yeah.
Yes, I feel like this is a threat. It feels threatening. I feel
I
threatful.
don't know.
You're threatened by me?
I think Reginald probably isn't scared enough of us to trick us.
I will say that I am an informant. I have informed you. I leave it to you what you do next.
I mean, could you inform us as to why you want us to do these things?
Spoke to the spirit that lives here. She wishes to leave the throne here as it's all she has left of her riches.
I mean,
She's
what's
a
the ghost going to do with
spirit.
the chair?
Yeah.
Again, I've made my choice, but yours is a choice I can't make.
Is there a back door we can take this thing out of?
Oh, fair point. Side door?
No. Second floor
The
window?
side, those all lead off the cliff down to
Yeah, down to the boat.
I don't
Could
think
we
that's where
perhaps-
we're out
Everybody, guard the portcullis. Oh shit, we forgot about the back door. They're in the back door.
Could we kill the gunmen before they shoot us?
Ah.
In theory, yes. If we go up, I mean, because it's a castle, it's got to have death slits or whatever
Arrow
they're called.
slits, yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
If you give me a rock, I can throw it because all of my weapons require me to be right next to the person. But
Same.
I can throw rocks.
I can be 15 yards off and shoot someone.
I can do 1 yard. It's not very helpful.
Oh, okay. All right. If I roll evens, I'm gonna do something not stupid.
Oh boy.
Oh, I rolled a
boy.
44. It's telling me I'm not gonna be stupid. Okay.
Okay.
What? Critically, it's
Critically
saying don't be
unstupid.
Yeah. So
Is there a way to sneak out there without them knowing?
probably climbing down the walls of the castle.
let's
Can
do
I
it.
climb?
You can.
You can try. You can
you
be
can-
strapped
It
to one of
doesn't
us.
say no climb. It doesn't say no climb.
No, but I think that's definitely going to be more difficult.
We can strap you to one of us or two of us and lower you down.
That
Or,
would
there's
probably be better.
5 of us and 3 of them.
True.
And they
Yeah,
did
let's just
murder a
ambush them.
dude.
Let's just go.
So they deserve
We can
justice.
charge.
You do have one
But
of
I
you who's
also
not
cannot
willing.
charge.
All right.
We can all just run out the door, and by all of
You-
us, I mean you guys, and I'll
you-
follow at a sedate pace.
No.
because
That
I
I was
that
going
was
to say
the
4 runs, 1 climb.
that was the
Yeah.
dumb decision that I was gonna not do because I rolled evens. So
I think that'd be cool. I
Let-
think that'd be great.
So
I mean,
the,
even if we're gonna leave the throne, I think we should take these
so the plan is
monsters
to
out.
drop the throne and run out there.
Because they might just kill us anyways.
Like Butch and Sundance style?
let's just kill
They
them.
might kill us anyways on our way out.
There's 5 of us and 3 of them.
I open the
3.
door and shoot with my bow.
This many's. Oh boy.
Okay. So, once again, Sarah, you're going to take an ambush turn,
Okay.
and then we're going to roll initiative, and we're going to end this in a big old fight.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and there are 3 individuals standing outside. One of them is missing his left ear. One of them has an eye patch, and one of them looks has a jaunty hat.
I'll go for the one with the jaunty hat.
Okay.
I was
While you
hoping he was gonna miss something too. Then we could just be a party, and I could be like, "Hey,
He probably doesn't talk because it's
We-
hear no, see no, speak no. Boom.
oh, so he doesn't have a tongue."
Yep. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm not smart enough to get that as a character, so I'm not able to.
I wouldn't either.
either.
So go ahead and take your shot.
Ooh, I make it. And yeah. So that will be 7 points
Okay.
of damage. And I will reload.
Okay. That puts them at lightly wounded.
Okay.
So I think that means not so much that they took the arrow, but I think they dropped at the last second and dropped hard as the arrow goes whizzing past them.
Mhm.
So now what I want everyone to do is to make an initiative check for me.
And that was 2d10.
No,
for-
I was 2d10 because I have a specific trait, hue and cry.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So it's 1d10 plus whatever your initiative rating is?
Correct.
Okay.
16.
16.
11.
Nice.
Hey,
I love rolling 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's 17.
14.
Okay, so... Second.
I can't make 16 with my hands. That's just too hard. No, this is
Okay.
when I should learn
Sa-
sign language.
Sarah, what did you get? 16?
No, I had a 17.
Okay. Tawny, what did you get?
11.
Uh, Tony?
14.
Ethan?
8.
Always speedy. Jordan?
16.
Okay. They got a 15. So Sarah and Jordan go before the bad guys do.
Okay. I'm going to, since I loaded up last round, I'm going to shoot the guy with the jaunty hat again.
Okay.
Because shoot and then 2 for reload.
So you have 2 left, which means that 1 shot will be at the jaunty hat, right?
Right. So 1 shot at jaunty hat, 2 for reload, and that's all 3. So I'll shoot and reload again.
Okay.
Gotcha.
No, because no, you're right.
Okay.
You got it. Except this time he can dodge.
Right. Yeah. Oh, critical hit!
Nice.
Right? Maybe he can't dodge.
Sarah, oh my gosh. Washing
Get
those dice were like miracles.
Wash your
Miracles.
dice and dawn, baby. Wash your dice and dawn.
At dawn?
In dawn.
In.
Why not
I soaked them for like 2 days. I was like, you will be clean.
Did you use holy water or no?
I was thinking, oh God, please let this work. So
Yeah. So maybe.
That was the extent of it, yeah.
yeah.
So that means that on a critical success, they cannot dodge. So you're going to hit them.
Whee! Yeah.
Nice.
So are you? So then you're going to shoot and take the extra act because you basically you're going to do the 2d6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is going to be a 10.
Okay. So that's going to move him down to moderately wounded. And go ahead and give me a percentile roll, please.
38.
All right. Apparently, when he dodged that last time, he hyperextended his elbow, which means that any ranged actions that he takes, I have to whatever I roll, I have to flip it so that the dice read the worst possible way.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, Jordan, you got 3 action points. What are you doing?
Is there a horse attached to our wagon?
Yes, but the bad guys are between you and the wagon.
Are they really?
Yes.
Damn it. I'm gonna try to get around them to the wagon. So I'm gonna cover my head and pretend like I'm just trying to run away.
Okay.
Hobble away.
Go ahead and give me a
Charm roll.
No, you're not
My
going to charm me
idiot,
right out of
cowardly daughter.
this would be guile because you're trying to trick him.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Guile, 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 guile. That's a 98, so I'd like to use a fortune point, please.
Boy.
Ugh.
Can I use a fortune point to re-roll that?
You can do whatever you want.
So I'm gonna switch dice away from that.
Fair point. Yeah.
It
Do
seems-
other dice.
It seems like there really isn't a group veto on the fortune points. It's just sort of, yo, I'm taking this. So
Let's smoke them if we got them, you know. That's better. That's a critical success. That's a 22.
Nice.
I just
So
rolled
well
a 22! What is going on, Jordan?
When I roll not 98, apparently we match.
so you cover your head and basically see, oh, pity me, I'm a
Oh no. And I get to the horse and I start untethering it from the wagon so I can hop on.
Okay.
How many actions is that? I'm guessing
12.
probably my turn. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's your turn. So,
I didn't lose audio, did I?
Jordan,
No, I think
you're
okay.
just going... You're
I'm
just
just
gonna
muttering
run away
around.
from us. What the heck?
I'm Saddleborn, which means that I get a +10 base chance to strike when I'm riding.
Nice.
So
You guys-
the plan.
yeah, I'm gonna say that takes your action.
Yeah, I figured.
Yes, I just had a wild dog appear. She pawed at the door so much that she came in, sniffed my hand with her nose, and ran away.
So, is anyone else at the door with Sarah?
I
think-
was at the door, but yeah.
Yeah, I think we're carrying the throne
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still a step back.
Okay. So that means that Ethan, Sarah, and Tawny are getting shot at.
Oh boy.
Sounds fair.
Now,
Oh no!
yeah,
Oh,
well, no,
no.
you were so sad and pathetic, Jordan, that they are like, yeah, no, we're gonna shoot these guys. So otherwise, you were gonna get shot.
Yeah, I figured. That's why I was like, how can I get past them? Lie.
So, Ethan and Tawny, because you still have AP left, because you haven't gone yet, you can spend them to dodge this roll, assuming that they hit. So we're going to deal with Sarah first,
Okay.
and that 38 is going to hit.
Okay.
So I have to look up gunpowder, because they are shooting you.
But
They're shooting your butt.
Ouch.
buttock.
See here.
I do have leather armor if that matters.
It may. It
I
may.
think
It
it's
also.
silk.
May. It just
Isn't
adds
silk
to
the
your
Damage
Your
threshold?
thing.
Damage threshold. Bleh.
yeah, leather. It gives you a +2 to your damage threshold. That's what it does.
So instead of a 4, I'd have a 6.
Right. Okay, so since it's a gunpowder weapon,
It explodes and does no damage because it's a party cannon.
nope.
It might rabbit. It might.
It
So-
shoots out a rod with a flag that says bang.
Pew!
And I hit a 6, which means it
Oh.
explodes. And I hit a 3.
It was nice
So
to know
that's-
you, Laura Dannon.
Bye, guys.
I'm going to spend a misfortune point to set that to a 6, so it explodes.
Fair enough.
Sorry.
And that's going to be 20 points of damage.
So, okay, so my damage thresholds are 6, 12, and 24.
Okay.
So I'm only moderately wounded.
Wait a
Because you got to 20, but not 24.
Okay.
That's rough.
You go down twice.
That could not happen again. That'd be cool.
I'm gonna roll the on your moderate injury.
I just break a nail. No. No. Oh.
You have a really bad case of the sneezes.
Oh, I feel like I need to belch, but it's not happening. It's such an awful feeling.
You can't move your neck.
Oh,
Right here.
just right there.
It's just too much, yeah.
I have an awful tummy ache now.
Your ribs are bruised, which
Oh.
means your encumbrance level, because you felt the bullet glance off of one.
Oh.
Your encumbrance level is decreased by 3, which doesn't really have that much of an effect. But I am going to say that you are not going to be able to help carry the throne at
Okay.
this point.
All right.
Because yeah. All right. So
Okay.
Ethan, we're shooting at you. Are you serious?
I am.
Critical fail.
Oh. That sounds like he used a misfortune to re-roll.
Yep.
But you can't re-roll on a critical fail.
I can't.
Yeah. Just a normal fail.
He's just checking to see if he's going to kill himself again. Well, not kill himself without the right way to say it. But if the gun's going to backfire and do serious injury to the NPC. There we go.
That'd be pretty great.
His gun misfires, so it doesn't explode, but it also doesn't shoot you. And it is completely jacked up.
Haha, I shall
and
shoot
then-
you! Pew. Oh.
Tawny, you are going to get hit.
Oh no! I would like to dip, duck, dodge, duck, and dive, please.
Okay. You are able to do that.
My dodge is 59,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to roll under that.
That is correct.
I rolled a 44!
Oh, wow.
Crit success on my dip, duck, dodge, ducking.
You guys are doing some backflips and shit.
Oh,
This is impressive.
you guys, for some reason I don't have a dodge percentage. How does that calculated?
It's off of your coordination.
Where's...
And if you have natural armor on, you get to add 10.
Okay, so if I don't have any levels in coordination, it just goes off my agility score?
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
All right,
Unless
cool.
you're wearing clothing for armor. then
No,
you
she's
get-
got leather armor.
Okay, you got leather. Okay.
I'm supple.
I'm dangerous, which means if you hit me, I bleed.
How does that even...
Because you crit succeeded on your dodge roll, you don't actually spend that point to do it. So you've got your full 3
How
on your
Bangarang!
and Tony, you're up next.
Oh, so I guess I'll go take a swing. I have a staff, so I think I'll go take a swing at Mr. Oh, I misfired.
Okay, that would be the guy missing his left ear. So go for it.
Okay, that's what would that be?
Your simple melee attack, which is otherwise going to be combat, I believe.
Oh, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right. Oof. Okay.
This
That's gonna be a no.
This game is unforgiving, man.
Use a fortune point.
Yeah, use a fortune point.
Oh, I could do that.
You've got 5
Yeah,
of
Rob
them.
can only use so much misfortune in this last fight. You might as well just start burning them. Go
Nope.
for it.
That's actually worse.
Every move,
Oh, no!
every move that Rob's gonna do is gonna be a misfortune move. I think
So
he
yeah,
has 3
swing and a
still, I
miss.
think.
Yeah, you charge on there and you whiff majestically twice. Then
I think that's
Tawny,
me
I
next.
believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to get into melee range and question. My woodsman's axe can be used one-handed or two-handed. What is the difference?
I believe what is
One you
the
hold with 2 hands.
what does it have a specific trait? Is it the two-handed the trait?
No, it's just the handling is one or two-handed. It is adaptable, slow, and weak.
Oh, okay.
Weak means you cannot do a grievous wound.
However, I have brute force, which means I can replace weak with vicious in melee. So technically, it's
Ooh.
adaptable, slow, and vicious.
So
That's cool.
slow
Okay, that's
means they get a bonus to dodge or parry its damage.
Okay.
Adaptable means if you use it with two hands, you add +1 to your base damage.
Okay.
And vicious means that
You get to add a 1d6 chaos die
right.
Okay.
to the roll.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
let's
chaos
go.
die. Interesting. Instead of a fury die.
And I would do that during my attack roll or during my damage roll.
That's the damage roll.
Okay. Then yeah, I will go for so Sarah's got jaunty hat. Tony's working on missing an ear. I'll go for missing an eye. This is somewhat less than ideal. I rolled a 73. I'm gonna, you know what? I haven't used any fortune points, so I'm re-rolling. I'm swapping dice and I'm re-rolling. So, see how that goes. Oh, that was
Rob's
worse.
just gonna murder us.
Oh
He's
no,
just
that's
gonna
a
completely
61, which is
Destroy
still
us.
bad.
It didn't hit?
No, it did not.
Okay.
Aw, sadness.
All right. Ethan, you're up.
I would like to cast Cack-Handed Grasp at the guy that tried to shoot me.
Okay.
And he casts it.
And I do it. I will upgrade it once. Because why not? I got a 6 on the chaos dice,
Hey.
but the spell succeeds.
Okay.
The 6 explodes.
Yeah.
Right?
Keep rolling the 6.
Oh boy.
2 6s
Oh god. Someone's gonna die. Someone fixing to die.
and a 1.
God bless you, Ethan.
13.
All right.
I apologize for spreading all of my former dice luck onto everyone today.
Why do you apologize? That's so great.
I know, but I feel bad.
It's the circle of life, Sarah.
True, true.
It's the chance. If some person starts going really, really, really well, somebody else has to reap the bad luck, or else it doesn't happen.
I
Not
mean,
wrong.
I guess I just have to play this kind of game more often where I have to roll underneath a percentage.
Yeah.
I mean,
That is
Makes
a
that is
difference.
it.
You always roll low, so
Yeah.
it's better.
sidebar, I
That's
have
great.
now benched all of my dice because they've all failed me at least once.
So Ethan, go ahead and take another point of corruption.
I have 5 sets out, by the way. So 5 sets of dice have failed me.
Oh,
You gotta mix and match now.
Tawny.
I'll just go back to the beginning of the line.
You just need to wash
Are-
them.
Are we gonna have to kill Carrigan after this? Because he's racking up that
He's real
corruption.
corrupt.
So he's got word light, which means his body glows with an eerie light for 3 hours. And he's over-channeled. You tap too deeply into the subtle warp and weft of magic. You add an additional chaos die to see if you cause magic for the next 3 hours.
Great,
All right.
great.
I like this plan.
So were you successful regardless of the chaos stuff?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the gun flies out of his hand in a eerie and supernatural way. Sarah, you're up.
I'm a shoot jaunty hat man.
Okay.
Ooh, so pretty. I hit him
Okay.
for 10 damage.
Okay. I think that's going to put him down because now he's at a point where he has a serious injury. That serious injury.
It's going to be an 8.
He actually does
serious
not
injury
take a
is
serious injury.
What?
Ooh.
How's that work?
Jordan?
I get on the horse, or did I get to that point in the last action?
You're on the horse now.
Okay. Who just lost their gun?
I believe
No, I-
that was Left Ear was the guy who shot at.
And that isn't that the guy that misfired because
Yeah, because
Reginald. But who did Ethan just lose the gun from?
Ear.
Was that John?
That
Yeah,
was
that was
your
Ear.
guy.
I just
So
shot
I'm-
Jaunty Hat guy.
yeah,
I'm going to ride.
Tawny is on right eye.
Eye
Ethan and oh wow, Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay, you just kind of greened out for a second. I'm like, whoa.
Oh. So then I'm going to ride up behind eye guy, so right eye, and I'm going to garrote him.
Nice. I taught you well.
right.
I get a +10 to strike when riding.
Okay.
And I have a skill in my simple melee, which is what my garrote is. So I'm at a 60% for
You
this
can do it.
49.
Yeah.
So he's this quality is ineffective, so there's no damage or injuries, but it's fast, which actually puts my base chance up to 70. Sorry, in case anybody was wondering. But also entangling, so he's forced to resist the chokehold.
Okay. So what this? So this it includes a. I think Jordan just did the remote version of punching the camera.
Yep. Hopefully that didn't blow anybody's speakers with a noise.
No, you're good.
Okay, good.
All right, so he has to make an athletics test to try to resist. He does not. But I have how many reroll points? Like 2, 3?
I
Million.
thought you used all of them.
No, those 6s on Sarah popped naturally. Does Lord of the Board? Can you tell me?
4.
I think
4?
you have
Okay.
4. Yeah. In all seriousness, I think you have 4.
So
Well,
the not.
No,
Doesn't he
Brad's
have
been keeping
5?
track. No, he's got
Yeah, I know.
4.
okay.
So now I have
okay.
3. I spent 1. So you wrap your garrote around him, but before you can cinch it in, he slaps the side of the horse that you're on, and it takes off, and he's able to slip out of it.
Damn it. That was going to be so cool.
Well, that's you basically unlocked an entire different like combat thing called perilous stunts, which is when you do stuff that basically the Brad rules, as I like to call them, when you do the stuff that isn't the I attack, I move, I attack, I move, when you're like, I'm gonna throw a snow cone at him.
If you guys cannot hear, Brad is laughing maniacally right now. So
It's true. So that's on Jordan. The bad guys go. Well, the guy that you just tried to garrote, I think, is going to try to get you.
But I'm like, riding, all cool.
Maybe he's going to try to pull you down.
He might be trying to catch you riding dirty.
You're fired, Ethan.
Oh, thank you, Ethan.
Yeah, so go ahead. So go ahead, Jordan. Hold on a second. Go ahead and give me a toughness test.
Brawn.
Yeah, wherever toughness is under.
It's under
Sorry,
Braun,
You
yeah.
have to catch me first? Okay.
Playing fast and loose here.
Ooh, that's a 17, and my brawn, which means I don't have toughness as a skill, is 39.
Okay.
So under.
So he basically tried to grab your hand as the horse took off to pull you down and take you down and stun you, but you were able to slip your hand out of his grasp. Meanwhile, the one that's on Tawny is going to hit with his weapon. Model to get to his stuff.
So, how many of us are actually damaged right now? I know I'm wounded.
I am imperiled.
I'm good.
I am.
Oh, so I'm
I
I'm the only one wounded.
I also ignore a skill rank, so I'm gonna make a mark through my skill thing too, just so I remember that. It hasn't actually come up yet, because I've rolled well enough, but
So he's going to hit Tawny for
0 damage.
You get nothing, Lebowski.
Nothing. Is there a rug we can take with?
Really brings the room together. Really ties the room together.
Really ties the room together.
traits really quick.
It's just like your opinion, man. Oh my gosh. Could you picture like Lebowski ZWEIHÄNDER?
Oh God,
oh,
that'd be a blast.
Oh,
That
can
would
you
be
imagine
wild.
how fun that would be? You know, this would be a really good. I think this would be a really good system for a Game of Thrones setting too.
hmm
Like you think about
I
it.
think it lends. It's dangerous enough to where
Yeah.
it would fit the themes.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
just stuck on like failing an awareness roll and like destroying the red Corvette because you thought it was the kids. That's just all I can think about right now.
Me?
No, I'm just thinking about the Big
Oh.
Lebowski.
Oh, right.
Now that's all that's on my brain.
Sorry. Just get yourself a
Funny
White
part of it.
Russian.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-oh, he's doing math.
Tawny,
Oh.
I spent 2 more misfortune points. Tawny, you're taking an 18.
Rob! That's still only 2 on
Ow.
my peril threshold, actually.
Mom,
No,
no.
it's your damage or peril?
My
Your
damage? Oh, then that's 3 on my damage. So I am moderately wounded.
I think three is
Actually,
seriously
you're
wounded.
automatically unharmed.
Oh,
so you'd
then
be
I'm seriously wounded.
I'm sorry,
Actually,
Tawny.
do I have any AP left? Action points left that I can dodge, or probably not?
Did you only
I
dodge
don't know.
once?
Were you
You dodged
you-
once,
how many
but
times-
I
but
dodged
because
once, I attacked once.
but because you dodged
So
and got a
that-
critical success, you didn't have to use
Oh,
your
yeah.
point for it. So you've got 2 points left.
So I would like to attempt to dodge.
okay?
I did pull out
And that's-
2 more
thank you
sets
for
of
that.
dice that haven't failed me yet
Okay.
today. Let's see how this goes. That's a 5. So that's gonna
Ooh.
dodge. That's
Yeah.
I dodged.
Then
I'm
don't
gonna
strike
s-
those points because technically that was supposed to happen before I rolled damage.
Oh,
So I
I'm
still
sorry.
have those points.
So you're still at
Okay.
4,
That,
Rob?
that was my mistake. Yeah. That. No, I spent 1.
So you're at 3.
3. Yeah, I should be at 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Then The other bad guy is going after Ethan. I'm going to spend 1 to re-roll. Put me
Sorry,
at
Cardigan.
2. That's going to put me at 40 to hit Ethan. I'm going to spend 1 to set that to a 6. And I'm going to hit Ethan for 15 points.
Ooh.
Unless... actually, Ethan, you can spend points to dodge.
Yep, I planned on it.
Because you haven't gone yet this turn. Okay.
I got a 22.
Okay,
For
so that's
my
a critical
dodge.
success. So
Woo!
you dodge and you don't take any point from
Get
that.
it.
Okay, Ethan, you get an action.
Let's see.
Are you blocked from using magic still?
I don't think I'm
He's
blocked.
not
I just
blocked,
have
he
an
just has to roll an
auto chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, he-
got it.
extra chaos, not auto chaos.
Yep. I guess I'll try to have the other guy drop his weapon as well. So then,
Did we just run
No
through?
more guns.
Wait, how many times have we been through combat?
This is the end of the second round.
Oh, okay. I'm
It's
just.
the end of the second round.
Oh, right, because I hit again. Okay, sorry. I got lost.
Yeah, because
We're good.
so I'm not upgrading, but I'm automatically adding 1 chaos die. And I got it. And chaos die was a 3.
okay. So the guy that's trying to hit you with a hefty stick, it whips out of his hand.
A hefty stick. Wow, that's
All-
scary.
all of you hear a massive shriek.
Oh no.
Oh,
Like those of
Time's
you
up.
who had been hearing screams, it's like somebody turned the knob and all the way up to the head.
Oh no. That's not good.
The ghostly form of the Red Revenant appears in the throne,
Uh-oh.
and she
Oh.
wails that if she cannot have her last treasure, then no one can.
Oh!
Ruh-roh.
And
All right.
the fire spreads from her to the throne and to the castle walls itself.
Well, that was dramatic. Okay.
The last shot that we see is the entire castle burning in spectral flame. Did anyone survive? That's the question you'll have to answer on your own as we walk away from this, our first jaunt into ZWEIHÄNDER.
Rob!
If you want to hear us talk about the game, afterwards, we do a small roundup afterwards, but we are out of time, so we'd like to thank those of you who tuned in to the ZWEIHÄNDER channel to watch us play Theater of the Mind players, and we'll be back in 10 minutes to talk about our experience.
You, sir.
Post-game wrap-up here on Theater of the Mind players. We like to take moments after the game to talk about what happened and talk about what we would be doing for XP and things like that. When we normally do a session like this, I think it's important to have that moment after discuss what happened, talk about highlights. So, what'd you guys think? I thought that I liked the way that this game got set up. I liked I think who pointed out that it would be a good system for like Game of Thrones. I think that's definitely one of the benchmarks that they have. Like, this is definitely a darker fantasy game. And I know that most of the games that we play tend to be on the lighter side of things. So, did everybody feel like they handled the heavier stuff okay?
This was
Yeah.
some vicious combat. Like, vicious. I have
I
to
didn't hit anyone ever. So
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I took no damage.
But you navigated the.
I
shit
navigated
out
the
of-
fork out of
You're right.
the stars there.
So, and I really like that because, here's the confession time. That was all unscripted. That was riffing off of one of the random rolls on the Wilderness Track event thing. And I think that did really well. Like, it let us show off some of the combat stuff. It also showed that, yeah, there are consequences for travel, which I really like that the game kind of offers you the option of, like, yeah, you get on the boat and you sail for 3 days and you're fine, or you can grind it out and kind of see how rough the road is. Because I think that lets you sort of make those decisions of, all right, are we going to take the time to camp? Like, it's a good push against the kind of the 5-minute workday that 5e has sometimes, of like, well, we blew all of our spells, let's just hang out for. Anyone else have any other thoughts they want to add?
I really, I generally don't like really crunchy systems, but for some reason, this is very mathematically satisfying for me. I really liked it.
It just rubs that part of my brain.
Yeah, like, I
Well,
normally don't like doing a lot of math when I play role-playing games. I'm like, I roll the dice, do I win or don't I? But this really kind of hits a really good sweet spot of just enough crunch that it makes me feel like I'm doing a math workout, but not enough to overwhelm me, and I think that works really well.
It seems like part of that might be the layout of the playbooks.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it takes a while to set it up and do all that kind of stuff, but once you're rolling, it's pretty easy to like figure out what you need at any given time.
Yeah, and
The layout is great.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say that I one of my favorite RPGs that I've made it known is Call of Cthulhu, and I like I don't know, there's something about rolling percentile dice and trying to get under a certain number rather than trying to get high that I like. It's interesting, especially considering that a lot of times it's like roll a d20 and then that determines how well you do, whereas like this is like 1 to 100, like how badly did you mess up? So
I think what I really like about the system is that at its core, it's actually very simple. And what they've done is they've built on other elements to it that make it more, that offer more choices and do things like, you could see every time that Sarah spent one of those fortune points, like the rest of the group was like, "Are you sure?"
That made me so happy.
And even at the end, I didn't even necessarily have the opportunity to reap what I sowed. But I still thought that it was an interesting way to do fortune, and I think that it's still, like you said, once you get everything kind of set up and ready to roll forward, it flows fairly smoothly. Like, even I had 3 books out essentially. One was to the stats of the bad guys. One was the player's handbook, which I think is probably my favorite one of the rules references, because I think it's got a much better kind of flow to it. And there's a screen that you can buy that you can actually print out and put in one of these big plastic multi-screen that just has so many charts shoved in on that screen, and they're all the very useful. I think that's great. I think sometimes you get a screen, you look at it, and you're like, you put 5 things on here, and I use maybe good job, guys. But this one is jam-packed full of all the stuff that you need for this system, which I think helps that reference element. So I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope the folks out there had fun. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other stuff that we. What I'd like is for everybody to talk about. So our process is that we play one-shots and we play series of games other than D&D because there's so much great stuff out there. We want you to go out and try other games as well, and that's one of the reasons why ZWEIHÄNDER partnered with us, because they're one of those games that's trying to get out there and be known. So if we can go around the crew, and if you can each highlight a game of ours that we've done that you want to talk about, and hopefully get folks to wander over there and check us out, please do so.
Yeah, I'll start. I really one of my favorites that we've done and that we will be returning to this season of our show at some point, hopefully, is Tales from the Loop. I love the 80s and I love Stranger Things, and Tales from the Loop really captures that really well, and it puts you in a world it's really interesting getting to play as a kid and getting to play as a kid in the 80s, and then to be able to follow that up with Things from the Flood and then take it to the 90s and then play as those kids grown up. I'm really excited for that, and I think that's I definitely think it's one of our best shows, and I that's even a show I would go back and watch.
Yeah, and one of my favorite ones that we've done and that we've done recently is Aegon, where you play an adventuring group of Greek heroes visiting different islands and juggling pleasing the gods with doing your personal quests, and it was just a great time. Definitely, I am more partial to Greek mythology as well. So I was just like living it up the entire time that we were playing this game in particular.
And also Jordan was really
rolling
rocking
great.
some
Yeah,
good rolls.
you won everything. You won
Can't
the game.
even.
I did win everything. But in particular, that was one that I had a lot of fun with.
I guess I'll pick off the easy shot and talk about Masks, which we've done 2 seasons of up to this point. And I'm just really partial to my character of Sparrow because she's so inspired by Nightwing, which, lo and behold, what up? I got some Nightwing next to the bed. So Masks is a Teen Supers game, and it's just a blast. And I always have a great time. We hopefully will be bringing it back for season 3 eventually, but we've got 2 seasons out there, and we tell some really cool stories.
My daughter we were watching some Teen Titans today, and it was the episode where where Starfire gets chucked into the future and runs into all the older versions, and Robin has turned into Nightwing. She had so many questions about Nightwing.
Was it a
happened?
future shock?
I'll lend her some comics.
Rob?
Oh.
Hey, ding, 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 ding.
When she can read, let me know. I will lend her some stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you'll have a webinar. It'll be great.
I'll have one about
Spreadsheets.
X-Men.
Spreadsheets.
Mm-hmm.
So Ethan, Sarah, what shows do you want to highlight?
Ethan can go first.
I'll give a shout out to Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. I had a lot of fun with that one. It was very cinematic in the way you can kind of like introduce so many elements of weird adventuring movies, I guess. Fighting dinosaurs in the middle of a temple and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
Weren't you playing like a one-legged guy in that?
I was playing an extremely old, one-legged former adventurer who's now retired, who came back for this one mission.
I feel like that's a theme now. You got to worry about it. Okay. Cool. Sarah?
I'd actually like to take a little bit of a departure and mention a new podcast that Johnny, that's your names now, Johnny, Jordan
Johnny.
and Tawny and I are all doing called
It's our
Romancing
shit
the Game. We are talking about romance as it applies to gaming. Specifically we're taking a look at BioWare games right now with Dragon Age, and we'll be going on to Mass Effect. I'm sure we'll be touching on The Witcher, a bunch of different games, and talking about it, how it relates to our gaming experience, and how it relates to cultural gender norms and all that good fun stuff. It's
What gets your heart pumping?
right. What's your favorite character to romance in those type of games, or what's your favorite kind of game to doing that? So we really are excited about it because we've got 2 episodes now, which is super exciting. And, Video games 3? I know.
Yeah,
3.
3
Sorry,
episodes
my
are
bad.
up.
3.
The other one went live yesterday.
It's very recent, yeah.
But yeah, we're all three of us are super excited about it because it's super fun, and you should take a listen to Romancing the Game. Video games give us feels.
All of the feels.
All of the feels.
So we like to thank everybody for coming out to the show and watching us play Zweihander. Please, if you enjoyed what you saw here, come check out any one of those shows that we talked about here, or any one of the other great games that we played. All you got to do is go to our YouTube page at Theater of the Mind Players. If you Google us, you'll find all of our stuff. We're on podcast, so wherever you put podcasts in your ear holes, you can listen to our shows. This show will be going up in about a week or so on podcast. We realize that right now everything is a little timey-wimey, but that's kind of what we're aiming for. We're hoping to bring some future stuff to you all as well, but we've got plenty of stuff in the backstock while we figure out what our schedule is moving forward. But we'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We'd like to thank Grim and Perilous Press for encouraging us to play their game and for letting us borrow their Twitch channel. So, for Theater of the Mind Players, this is... Oh my gosh, who do I point to?
You can't see who you point to.
Let's go
Let's
Jordan.
go reverse alphabetical order.
Why?
Why?
That's 2.
Tony Cheek.
That's 3.
Ethan Eichstead Anderson.
And Sarah Babe.
Hey, oh god.
And, of course, the spectral voice of our Lord of the Board,
Brad Davies!
Yay,
because
Brad!
I don't know if we can hear him on
I was
mic.
I
trying.
don't think we can hear him.
I was trying. I was gonna give him the
That's
heads
okay.
up,
he's probably frantically fanning his laptop for all of us here
just a
at
little
Theater of the
bit.
Mind
He's
Players.
like, yeah.
This is Rob Whelan reminding you that to repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax. Have a good night.
Bye.
Night.